Check, check, check. We have the one and only John Lombardi over here. You sponsor this whole show, don't you?
Yes.
How'd you become a sponsor for Lou?
From training with Lou, 12 years. I'm 74. He keeps me like I'm 60, 55, okay? Just from him. And he keeps me young.
You're a supporter of Ring of Combat.
That's correct. Big supporter, okay? And on top of that, he's one of the best guys I ever met in my life.
Robert, the key that I want to say is that these fighters are great fighters, and nothing in the cage is going to happen that they didn't see in the gym. All I have to do is push the button, they'll get noticed. It'll be my pleasure to get them in the UFC, as I have done with 150 other Ring of Combat alumni, and I'm sure some of these talented fighters will join that Ring of Combat alumni. I'm looking forward to an exciting card tomorrow.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, man.
Ready to have a little fun tonight?
You're better dressed than me.
Ring of Combat. I like everything about this. I love these young kids coming up into the big show with us and try to do the best we can, make them feel good. Tomorrow night's going to be a great night. A great night of fights. We got a great main event. We got a bunch of local fighters that are going to do really, really well. Good luck to everybody.
Gunnar, the Real McCoy, Spain. You know, I'm looking at a fight on the feet. This looks like he has a little bit of a jiu-jitsu background, but I'm not scared to get down there with him. I'm going to keep it up on the feet when I have to and then take him down, hopefully get some ground and pound in, and maybe even get a finish. Thank you to my mom and my dad. You know, they helped me out this whole time, my pro debut, so I'm here to make a splash. It's going to be a big one. Let's have fun. So this is my first time being down at 155, and, you know, I had a lot of help throughout it, getting down there, and I got lucky. I had a whole 2-month fight camp. You know, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. 155 feels good for me.
Kid's tough, I'm tough. I know he's down, I'm clearly fucking down. It's gonna be a goddamn good fight. I'm ready. Fucking game.
Hey, team, man, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, sir. I'm feeling good. It's going to be a very aggressive fight. Both me and my opponent look forward to the knockout, so we are going to be there. It's going to be one hell of an exchange. I'm going to come out on top, and it's going to be a good night. The contract signed, the belt's on the line. I'm not losing it again.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It's been 3 years since I last fought. I've been training really hard. This will be my 29th or 30th professional fight, my 8th world title or 9th world title fight. Fully prepared. I got an amazing opponent. AT's a good human being, a great fighter. I just want to fucking bleed and just, you know, go to work, man. Like, it's been 3 years of pent up fucking energy, and I'm ready to fucking swing. So I'm stoked for tomorrow. Well, Lou Negula, one of the Hall of Famers, one of the greats. I fought for him when I was 23 years old. I'm 41, going on 42. I'm back. I fought in all the big leagues, fought in UFC, Cage, everywhere, but Lou has been a genuine human being, took care of me, pays better than most people. So any of the upcoming fighters come through this ring, and he's fucking awesome to fight for. Look at the crowd. So I'm fucking super stoked for it. He's a great guy. Great opportunity for guys who want to get to the UFC.
My man, dude. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
We're going to look for a second round finish. So that's knockout or getting choked out. So.
Excited, huh?
I'm very excited, man. A lot of training. 6 months of training for this one. So we've traveled all the way from Minnesota. So we come to East Coast for the first time. It's been awesome.
Bro, like I feel more comfortable.
Yeah, start singing. Sing a song to him.
Sing a song.
Tell them you know.
I don't sing yet. I dance, but I don't sing yet.
Fight tonight?
I feel great. I feel great. We've been working for the past 2 months. You know, trying. It's one fight at a time. We're planning to solidify it and to go on to the next one. Big things are coming. I have a good feeling. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Big things are coming this year. Stay tuned.
I feel great, you know, like I know that he's a tough kid, he's going to be a tough fight, but I'm ready to go. Like I've trained very hard for this, you know, I'm ready to go. No stones left unturned, I'm ready to fight 100%. So tomorrow night, we're going to have some fun.
It's going to be a show. There's going to be fireworks. It's going to be fun. We are more than prepared for this fight. We're here to put in damage. So that's it. Just maul our opponent, get it out the way, and get ready for the next.
You seem real relaxed.
Yeah, I've been here a few times. So I feel good. Preparation felt good. So I'm just ready to put a lot in there.
Oh,
not fighter. These guys are teammates here.
Ricardo Jimenez.
So you fight today?
Tomorrow night. Yeah, both of us. Yes, sir.
All right, so tell me about the fight game, man. How do you feel about it?
Oh, the fight game, I love it. You know, just love the atmosphere, love the feeling of being in that cage, hearing the chants, you know, being like a chess match. You know, who's the smarter guy in the ring, who's the better fighter that night. You know, I love everything about it.
It's worth the hit in your pound.
Yeah, absolutely. All the times when, you know, you don't get the camera view where we're training, running, tired as hell, saunas, you know, work, and then go to the gym, starving ourselves. So this is the best part about it.
I've been wrestling my whole life, but yeah, the fight game, it's hard. It's not always like it's not for definitely not for everyone, but it has its rewards, you know. And 10, 20 years from now, these are 15 minutes that you remember for the rest of your life. So you got to make it count. That's why we do it. You know, you want to leave your legacy.
Spitting bars right there. Preach. That guy was my wrestling captain back in high school. I'll follow that man anywhere.
Preaching.
Yep, I'll follow that man anywhere.
Preaching truth.
Speak from the heart.
To the fire. He was my wrestling captain at 103 pounds and 125 pounds in high school. I will follow that man. He is fearless. And I can't wait to see his hair get raised.
Mike Ahern, and tomorrow night I'm ready to fight.
That's from the old gladiator games. Let the games begin. From the Roman days, when they fought, when they let the fight begin. From the old gladiator days, they fought to the finish. They gave it all they had, and that's what our fighters do. That's where it came from.
You know, you seem like you really enjoy being out.
It's been great. I mean, we started out in small gyms in high school gymnasiums and church basements, and evolved into one of the biggest sports of our generation, mixed martial arts. And Louis started from day one. And the fact that he was a world champion kickboxer, he knows what the fighter's going through, he knows what they want, and he's helping them get there. This is where the rubber meets the road to the UFC for the Ring of Combat Fighters. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. It's been so exciting.
I know I fucked him up with that, but
we had a conversation.
Nervous. You know what's crazy? It's like a month ago. I've done so many things since a month ago. It's crazy.
You're a little busy. Dana White, my feelings are hurt that you didn't know me, but you know what? We're here with UFC president Dana White, who basically started this whole thing. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
What do you think of Ring of Combat?
So far, so good, man. There's been some nasty knockouts here tonight. Crazy.
So you're from Connecticut?
I'm from Boston, but I was born in Connecticut.
Manchester,
yeah.
Connecticut.
Correct.
You boxed when you were 17.
Correct.
You managed a couple of guys in the UFC, Tito and Chuck.
I did.
We've been fans since UFC 1. UFC 1. Couldn't believe it. Said, this is unbelievable. But Dana, how did you become the guy? I mean, you're a bigger celebrity than every fighter.
I don't know about that. Let's not get crazy here. But, you know, I don't know how I became the guy. I've been passionate about the sport, combat sports, my whole life. And I love this shit, man. I mean, I've been on the road now for like 4 days, going around looking at local fights. And I can't watch enough fights. I love it.
Did you ever think the UFC would evolve to what it is today?
I thought it was possible. The question was, is the timing right? You know, there's a lot of other things that that had to go right, but I believed it had the potential to.
I mean, when it first started with guys like Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, it even started before. Remember Tank Abbott, obviously, one of our favorite fighters, right? But look where it is today with kids fighting everywhere. It's all over the world. It's just, it's unbelievable, and you're the poster child for it. Did you ever think Ronda Rousey would be the biggest star in UFC?
It's amazing. No, I never saw I never saw a day where a woman would be the biggest star in combat sports, and we just did, you know, 56,420 people in a stadium in another country too, not even here. So it's been an amazing ride. And the way I always look at it is we're just getting started, man. We're going to every country, every city, everywhere, all over the world. This is the new martial art that men, women, and children are taking around the globe.
I could sit here and ask you about 10 more questions, but I got to let my partner ask a couple. Here he goes. Look, he's chomping. He's chomping right now. Take it easy.
I follow. Basically, I watch a few shows. I watch Ultimate Fighting now. I mean, the new Ultimate Fighter. I'm looking now with Conor McGregor, Uriah Faber. Why didn't you have those guys fight?
Well, I knew that they would both be great coaches, you know, for the young up-and-coming guys. They both got great personalities, but, you know, the Aldo-McGregor fight has to happen first. Had McGregor already fought Aldo when they were supposed to the first time, maybe we could have done it, but it didn't work out that way.
And did you think Conor McGregor was going to be such a great star? He's like the Muhammad Ali of the UFC.
Yeah.
He's bringing more attention to himself than anybody I've ever seen.
When I met him, the night I met him, I knew he was going to be a big star. You know, you never know if somebody's going to be that talented, you know, and beat guys like, you know, Chad Mendez or possibly a Jose Aldo, but I knew he had the potential to be a star.
We were watching Ronda Rousey last week, and I don't want to get too far into it, but you had said you put that matchup together. How does she feel about that? I mean, how is she doing, and is she going to make a big comeback?
Ronda has always and always will want to fight the best in the world. Anybody who considers themselves to be a challenge, she wants to fight. And, you know, she's taken some time off now, but she is the mentally strongest fighter that I've ever met in my life.
That's what you always say.
Oh, I'm telling you, she will be back.
I have one question for you. You know, it's a little political, but Uriah Faber, TJ Dillashaw, what's going on with that?
They don't like each other now, you know. He came up underneath Uriah and
from high school
was part of the team, and you know they have a difference in opinions now. They're in opposing camps, and those two will probably end up fighting.
All right, the last thing is, who did you come here to see tonight?
Came here to see everybody. You know, there isn't anybody specific. I'm actually on the hunt right now for light heavyweights and heavyweights. There we
you
go.
guys are looking for heavyweights. I mean, we got no shot.
I'm looking for some light heavyweights and heavyweights that are maybe a couple years younger than you guys.
I just turned 50 last week.
I'm pushing it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm 46 now, or I'm 46, I think.
But it's amazing that Matt Serra, Edgar, Uriah Hall, who just fought in the last 193, right?
Weidman, come on.
Chris Weidman, Alia Quinta.
How about Weidman versus Rockhold? That's going to be a nasty fight, man.
What do you think's going to happen there? That was my next question.
I think that fight is going to be crazy, man. You know, Weidman is obviously a monster. What he's been able to accomplish, you know, in his run. And now, you know, Rockhold, destruction of Machida. You know, the Bisping fight. It's one of the best fights of the year.
I mean, it's crazy. And he brought it up before. The new girl from Poland, I can't really pronounce her name.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Holy crap,
right?
She is a freaking beast.
She really is.
I mean, that is a striker that nobody's ever seen before.
And you know what's crazy is she's a fighter's fighter, man. Fighters are big fans of Joanna. They love to watch her fight. I love her mentality, her personality, her desire to destroy you. I mean, when you look at Ronda's reign, we had a 135-pound champion that destroyed people, and now the 115-pound champion is the same way. And then look at what Holly Holm just accomplished. It's craziness.
What is going on with the heavyweight division?
The heavyweight division, we're waiting. There's a log jam right now. We're waiting to do this Kane-Verdum rematch, and then once that happens, we'll get this thing rolling again.
Dana, last question. Tito Ortiz. Remember the times when you guys had a little problem with Tito Ortiz and you were going to fight him?
Yeah.
Were you really going to fight him?
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to fight him. I was going to box him. Completely different.
Because he was training and he backed out, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he was training. I think that Tito, you know, Tito put that challenge out there. He wanted to do it, and I don't think that he thought that I would take it as serious as I did. Took it very serious. That was a lose-lose situation for Tito. Tito and I had boxed plenty of times before, and but let's make this clear. I would have beat Tito in a boxing match.
Yeah. You got some balls.
I would not have fought Tito in an MMA match. Tito would have killed me in an MMA match.
It's incredible. It really is. The fact that you had the nerve to even do that, you're outrageous. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
On behalf of Ring of Combat President Louis Neglia Jr. and Dead Serious MMA, I'd like to welcome everybody to Ring of Combat 79. I'm Bob Maloney. I'll be your host tonight, and we are nestled in the showroom at the Tropicana Casino and Hotel Resort in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We have a great card for you tonight, but we're going to talk to some important people before we get to the fights. My first guest is Rogers Ramirez. Rogers is a manager and a fighter himself, and we're going to talk about his young fighter on the card tonight, Dijon Fairway Farrell Francis. Dijon is an Army veteran. You are a military veteran, Rogers. Rogers, talk to me a little bit about the mentality of being in the service and serving your country. How has that helped people like you and Dijon in the mixed martial arts field, whether it's training or actually fighting in the cage?
Well, Bob, I tell you, the discipline and the focus that the military guys have preparing, getting ready for combat and moving forward, it's almost exactly the same thing as the guys facing MMA. The cage is a scary place. When that thing locks, if you're not ready, if you haven't prepared, you're in trouble. And I love coaching, and Dijon Fairplay, Farrell Francis is one of my prides. I'm very happy to coach him today.
Well, listen, he's taking on Thomas Freight Train Lane, who is, 2-0. Much props to Dijon for fighting a guy in his debut. You know he's a strong wrestler. Talk to me a little bit about, camp. How is it going for Dijon? Did you throw a lot of wrestling at him? What do you expect to see from your guy tonight?
Well, absolutely. He had a full camp, and he actually had a heck of a preparation as well. He used a lot of wrestling and a lot of striking, so he's going to see a good combination coming out of Dijon tonight.
Okay, Rogers, talk to me a little bit about Louis Neglia. You have been in the business for a long time. You have a beautiful fight camp. You have a beautiful team that you love your guys. Talk to me a little bit about how Louis Neglia has helped you, or the influence he's had on your life.
Oh, without getting too emotional right here, I want to tell you, Louis Neglia, and as well as Dead Serious Promotions, they're a mentor of sorts to the Fight House. You know that we do philanthropic MMA, and having a promotion, especially a promotion of this caliber, of this level, giving an outlet to my guys who are doing amazing work, not just in the cage, but outside with their philanthropic work. I'm really speechless. I'm really speechless. Yeah.
Well, that's why, we're on number 79, and not just Ring of Combat. Lou has combat at the Capitol. He's had so many events, and he's really a pillar in the community. And listen, he's a great guy. So, Rogers, pleasure. Good luck tonight. Get back there with your fighter. Airborne. Always a pleasure. And thank you for serving the country.
Airborne. See you now. Thank you.
Okay. We are going to welcome in Joe Spinelli next. Joe, how are you? Listen, we need people like Joe in the community. Joe backs up the community, the MMA. He's one of the best sponsors that Ring of Combat has. Joe, talk to me a little bit about, what made you interested in mixed martial arts and, putting your name and backing it up with your finances and things like that. You obviously love the sport. Talk to me a little bit about how you found it and why you love it so much.
I've been into, combat sports, for quite a while. Really started, I met Ray Longo maybe about 17, 18 years ago. Trained there, still kind of trained with those guys now after, like I said, about 17 years or so. I just got into it, just enjoyed it, just loved the guys, loved the competition. And when I've been coming to this that whole time, and I got to be honest, the quality of competition here, and when you see how many guys from Ring of Combat wind up in the UFC, it's a major, major resource. And, like a AAA, so to speak, as you would relate to baseball. And that's it, man. Loving the guys, loving the competition, and loving that these guys are going to the next level. And that's a beautiful thing,
How about Louis Neglia? Listen, Louis has been doing this for a long time. Obviously, you've known Lou for a while now. Yep. Give me a couple words about Lou and, dealing with him as a professional.
What a gentleman and what a freaking legend. What else can you say? Those are the two words I think describe him most. Great, great guy, respected guy, stand-up guy. You gotta love him. Gotta love that guy.
Give a shout out to your company and tell everybody out there what you do and how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, I'm doing mortgages, over 20 years, almost 25 years. My company, Gold Coast Funding. I'm merging now with another company. You're going to know about that really soon. But anyhow, The Joey Mortgage on Instagram. Look me up there, and we'll make it happen,
Well, Joe, once again, thank you as a fan for supporting the sport and the fighters. You're a vital part of this whole thing. Thank you so much, Joe. It's a pleasure. Joe Spinelli. And next we are going to welcome in Louis Neglia Jr. And here we have the man of the hour, former world kickboxing champion, Hall of Famer, one of the most important and influential persons in the development and popularity of MMA on the East Coast. Lewis, another great card tonight. Awesome to see you.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited about tonight's card. We have a championship fight with George Sullivan, who has started with Ring of Combat, and now he wants to retire, but he wants to retire as a champion. But he's against A.T. McCowan, who's in the prime of his career, of his illustrious career, and he wants to take that title. So that's going to be a hell of a fight. On top of that, we have as our co-main event and featured fight, and we have Armando, who's on a big winning streak. But David Young's looking to end that winning streak, and that's going to be a hell of a fight. And you know, Joe, Bob, I'm very excited about having a platform. If you go through life and you haven't helped anybody, you haven't had much of a life. And I'm very happy that I've given the fighters a platform to pursue their passion. And pursuing your passion, as you know, is one of the greatest pleasures of life. And I'm sure some of the fighters tonight will join the great Ring of Combat alumni who have had 150 fighters in the UFC, and 6 of them became world champions. But tonight, they have to push the button to get noticed, and it'll be my pleasure and my goal to get them in the UFC.
Lou, talk to me a little bit. Listen, you were a world champion. Let's not take that. That's amazing feat, an amazing accomplishment. That's a dedication to your determination, your hard work. Tell me a little bit how that has helped you transition from your fighting career into now a promotion and a businessman.
You know, I love the sport itself of MMA. It's the most exciting sport in existence today. And promoting fights and putting 2 fighters with equal talent together and making fights that the fans want to see, it gives me such pleasure to watch those fights. So I book fights that I want to see fight. And that's why we had Chris Weidman fighting Uriah Hall, and some great fights in Ring of Combat, and both of them went to the UFC. So it's not your record, it's who you fought and how you fought that won. And both of those fighters were the top in their field. They fought each other, and because the UFC knows talent, they took both of them. I was very proud of that fight in particular, one of the greatest Ring of Combat fights, and so many other fights that I'm very proud to have put on together.
Now let's go back to the main event. George Sullivan, he fought in the UFC over 10 times. He got started here. Tell me what you remember about George Sullivan when he was fighting at Ring of Combat for you.
You know, George Sullivan, like a lot of fighters, come from great camps, you know, and they have to have the confidence in themselves and believe in their techniques and push that button. And he's a guy that pushes the button. When he fights there, he don't care who he's in front of, and he's coming forward at you, and he's flying scientifically. He's not just brawling with you. He's going to set you up. He's going to come in and out, and then he'll come for the kill after he already weakened you. So he's a smart fighter, a scientific fighter, and a fighter with a lot of heart. And those 3 ingredients are hard to beat.
Yes, and George has also learned a lot from you. He's gone on to be a pillar in the MMA community. He helps his fellow fighters, and that's something that you preach. Now, also, Lou, we look at this card tonight. What I think is exciting, we have a handful of guys making their pro debut tonight. Will you be watching those guys a little closer to see who you think may be the one who in the future will be getting that call?
Without a doubt. And I remember in particular when Chris Weidman fought, it was his first pro fight here, but there was something in him that I saw. When he got hit, instead of getting a little negative, he grinded his teeth and went forward. And I knew from that beginning that he had the heart of a champion. And I'd rather have a person fight with a heart. He's going to go further than someone even with more talent, because heart will be talent if talent doesn't show good heart. So yes, I am. I'm looking for talent today, and we'll groom them 5 or 6 fights before we put them in championship, a couple of fights after that, and then get them to the UFC. But you know, you don't get a second chance on the first impression. So you should take their time, be patient, and then the world is going to follow them in an illustrious career with the UFC.
Well, Lou, thanks again for providing this forum. We see a lot of fighters. The fans are going to have a great time. I'm going to have a great time sitting over there. Listen, I'm going to be sitting down with Al Iaquinta, another Ring of Combat veteran, another guy who's been amazing in the UFC. These guys come back and they love you. All you have to do is look in the crowd, and you see so many guys who have fought for you in the past. That's got to make you feel great seeing all those guys and feeling that love.
I'm ready to get started. Are you?
Let's go. Let's get to the fights.
Good job, Bob. Good to
My pleasure. Louis Naglia Jr., Ring of Combat champion, Ring of Combat president, former world champion kickboxer.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tropicana Hotel Casino on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Tonight, former world kickboxing champion Lou Neglia and Dead Serious Promotions proudly presents Ring of Combat 79, the longest active running show at the Tropicana. This event is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Commissioner Larry Hazzard Sr., Counsel Nick Lembo in attendance, Board Chairman Tony Orlando, Board members Stephen Katz and Gene Mulroy. Covering tonight's event will be Sheer Dog and my MMA News photography by Angelo. This show will air live and free on Airy.tv. That's A-I-R-I-Y. Download the free app and turn to channel 13. Commentary by Al Iaquinta and Bob Merloni. Our bout sponsors this evening are Everlast, Dead Series Promotions, Lombardi's Famous Pizzeria, Bensonhurst Construction and Roofing, Gold Coast Funding, Eastern Martial Arts Supply, and Authentic Heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, to start our program, will you please rise for the singing of our national anthem?
And you see by the dawn's early light, oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad strides and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, and God bless America. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our ring officials as assigned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. The ringside physicians are Dr. Stephen Oxler and Dr. Wazim Bush. The referees will be Vitor Ribero and Gasper Oliver. The scorekeeper is Omar Williams. Judging the bouts will be John Billick, Donnie Caroline, Maimuna Holland Carrillo, and Adrian Castro. Manning the bell, the timekeeper is Fred. On time, one time. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our fighters are geared up and ready for action. Cheer on your favorites, but give all of them the respect for the hard work and courage that brings them into the cage tonight. And so, for Ring of Combat 79, are we ready? Let's bring out the fighters!
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make us stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya.
For our first fight, entering the blue corner, Torres Latour.
Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. They don't make them like this anymore. I ask, cause I'm not sure. Do anybody make real anymore? Bow in the presence of greatness. Cause right now, that has forsaken us. You should be honored by my lateness, that I would even show up to this place. So go ahead, go nuts, go ape. Especially in my pastel on my page. Act like you can't tell who made this new gospel, homie, take 6. take this, haters.
This is Bob Maloney, along with Raging Al Iaquinta and Jay Regabuto. We're here at Ring of Combat 79 in the Tropicana, fellas. We got a nice fight card tonight. Al, how you feeling, brother? What are you looking at?
I'm feeling good. The energy's back at the Ring of Combat. Tropicana, we're doing it again. I can't wait.
Packed house tonight. Big main event, right? A.T. McCowan and the Silencer.
Listen, George Sullivan, listen, he's making he says this is his retirement fight. He's been in the UFC with Al for a long time. He started at Ring of Combat, went to the UFC, now he's back, and he looks great. I was talking to him, he's feeling great, but he says this is his retirement fight, and it's for a title. We'll see if he can go out on top.
It's always great when you see that. It's always great when you see a longtime veteran go out on top. You just hope he can do it, but A.T. McCowan.
Yo, he's going to come out firing, and you know it, firing.
Hey, listen, we're starting off with two guys making their professional debut, Al. We talked about it before. I was talking to Torrance LaCour's coach, Steve Bongiorno. He was kind of like hoping, you know, it's been 2 years since he's been in there, so he was wondering if there's going to be a little ring rust. Talk to me, Al, a 2-year layoff. What do you think?
Yeah, you don't know. Sometimes 2-year layoff, it can do you well. You come back rejuvenated, you come back enthusiastic, ready to go, or you can come back with a little bit of ring rust, a little bit of uncertainty, and John O'Day, always a tough fight. You know what I mean?
17 amateur matches between the two of them. Like, they're ready for this. You know what I mean? They're ready for this.
Tons of experience coming in. The level of the Ring of Combat, these professionals, entry-level professionals now, it's on a whole different
right? Hardly a debut. Hardly a debut.
45-pound weight limit in the featherweight division. The bout sponsor is Dead Serious Promotions, and controlling the action in the middle of the ring is Vitor Ribeiro. Introducing first from the blue corner, out of South Jersey, BJJ, trained by Steve Bongiorno. Wearing the blue multicolored trunks, he weighs at 145 pounds. From Williamstown, New Jersey, welcome please, Torrance Hercules LaCour!
Torrance Hercules LaCour in the blue corner, repping South Jersey BJJ.
Ready for battle out of the red corner. From Long Island MMA, trained by Ryan LaFleur. Wearing the black and red trunks, he weighed at 145.6 pounds. From Long Island, New York, here is John O'Day!
John O'Day out of Long Island MMA. Again, plenty of amateur MMA experience for these two, making their debut here. But again, both of these guys seasoned cage time. All right, here we go. And Bob, we were talking about this a little bit before, man. The big switch for him is going to be the 5 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
Your cardio is definitely, tested.
Southpaw for
It's
LaCour.
more of a mental thing even, just thinking about, if you would totally exhaust yourself at 3 minutes and then you're like, oh, wow, I got to do that for 5.
Oh, nice left from LaCour as he moves forward.
Oh, nice.
Stunned him quick.
Oh, O'Day comes back with the wrestling.
Yeah, LaCour, collegiate wrestling experience as well, throws that hook in, looking to get to the back here. O'Day doing a good job of staying on his feet, letting gravity help him, right?
That didn't take long to get the night started, did it, fellas?
LaCour, they both hit each other at the same time, and it looked like LaCour had a
Shocked
little
him a bit more.
A little bit more sting behind that punch.
Pressed up against the cage now. Good head positioning here for LaCour. Oh, nice knee. Round to the back. Elevation here. Big mat return. Right to the back, threatening almost immediately with that right arm.
He's a little high. O'Day trying to buck him off here. If he can get him off here.
I do like the idea, right? I do like the idea, but he's going to have to start working to get one of those legs free like you see him doing now. Now broken down, not so good.
Not a great
arm
position
behind
now.
here. LaCour on the back, flattened out.
Oh, no.
O'Day feeling some urgency, right?
That's not where you want to be early. LaCour is looking good. He's looking strong in this position. Strong hips right on top.
Yeah.
O'Day's got to move. He's got to move or the ref's going to stop this. The ref's going to stop this.
Turned off to the side here.
He's almost gonna have to give up the mount here. Turn to your back, because
trying to get up to his feet again here, up to that quad pod-like position so that he can at least have to put LaCour's hands on him and not be touching him, you know? Not be hitting him like this.
He's got to move. He's got to give up. He's got to give up his. He's got to give up. Go to the mount position. Turn. He's got to turn. The ref's going to stop this.
Yeah.
This is not good. His hips are too strong. LaCour's on top, and O'Day is defenseless right now.
Yeah, he's about to get stopped
That's
there. That's it. What a debut for Torrence LaCour. Hercules.
So much for ring rust.
Hercules going to go move to 1-0 here in his pro debut. That rear mount, that's tough to deal with, right, Al?
Yeah, he broke him down. There was nowhere to go. Incredible performance, you know. He hit him with a hard shot early, used it to get the takedown.
Won the scramble, right? Once they connected, he won that scramble, and then once he got to that dominant spot, O'Day kept trying to get to that like posted up position where his head's down and his hips are up, sliding LaCour forward. But every time he broke those hips flat, he just punished him. Torrence LaCour moving to 1-0 here at his pro debut. That's a way to start the night, right?
Whoa.
Very impressive finish. Very impressive from LaCour.
Yeah.
He's got to be very happy after not being in there for 2 years. I know, talking to his coach, Steve Bongiorno, it was hard to get him a fight. He was getting turned down a lot. He had a lot of difficulty finding another guy that wanted to fight him. Everybody who wanted to fight him had a couple of fights. So
yeah,
the whole team must be pretty happy with the turnout, obviously.
Yeah, he was a multiple division champion at at Dead Serious, taking it right over to the pro.
Winner by TKO, arrest stoppage due to unanswered punches. He came out of the blue corner. Torrence Hercules LaCour, knockout winner.
Torrence Hercules LaCour moves to 1-0 in his pro MMA career, brought to you by Dead Serious Fight Gear.
Steve, talk to us a little bit about his coach, Steve Bongiorno. I know you're very familiar with him. You guys are both
belted under.
There
yeah,
you go.
I'm a black belt under Steve Bongiorno.
That's your professor, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can tell I try to keep the bias completely separate when I'm doing commentary. Yeah, that's my team. I've trained with Torrence for a long time when I was still over at the school. But yeah, man, a great pedigree of fighters there. Torrence is the first one to go pro, but they have multiple champions in Dead Serious that have one loss or no losses that are going to be looking to probably make their pro debuts soon too. Very strong MMA squad they got.
No, that was
as well as very good jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu wrestling, I mean, that was a stellar performance right there. That was incredible. Way to start your professional career right there.
Okay, listen, while we have a few minutes, Al, I would like to talk to you about a couple of your brothers from another mother.
All
and
right.
Some big fights coming up. Listen, let's start off with the machine, Merab Dvalishvili fighting Peter Yan. Listen, you know I love Merab, but Peter's a tough fight. Talk to me how you see that. Obviously, you're pulling for your guy. He's one of the hardest workers we know, and he's amazing. His stand-up has continually gotten better. He's very dangerous every place. Talk to me a little bit about that fight.
Super tough fight for Merab. Peter Yan, been at the top of the division for how long?
Yeah.
Been at the top of the division for how long? He's coming in against Merab. This is Merab's first 5-round fight. Merab's a 5-round fighter. He hasn't been able to show himself in a 5-round fight. Now, Peter Yan's also a slow starter. Merab, he goes right after it. So stylistically, I think this is one of the harder fights for Peter Yan. Peter Yan, there are no easy fights for this. He's a tough out for anything.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think as far as stylistically, this is a great fight for Merab. He's my guy, so I'm super biased.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you were saying, I don't think the 5-round is going to be an issue for Merab. He's called the machine for a reason.
No,
he has some of the best cardio I've seen, and like I said, he's like a machine. He doesn't stop.
I think that's in his favor. You know, I think he's a 5-round fighter. He's a guy that just goes. Peter Yan, more of a slow starter, picks it up as the fight goes on, but usually Peter Yan's opponent's fade
Yeah.
later in the
Yeah.
fight. And I don't see Merab doing that. So it's super interesting. I mean, I have a front row view of the whole thing. I know Merab.
right.
I know Merab so well, and I'm pulling for the guy so hard, so much. He's the American dream guy. Moved
Yeah.
here from the Republic of Georgia with nothing. Now is the number, working to be the number 1 contender. He's 1 or 2 right now in the UFC. So, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It's the Republic of Georgia versus Russia.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of beef
Right?
there too.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It doesn't get much better than this. They gotta be hyping this fight. I mean, this is one of the better main events. And we got this weekend too.
Yeah, right. I can't wait for the fight. I'm really excited to see Bo Nickel.
Okay, I guess.
I'm really excited to see what he can do, man.
I mean, again, he's a huge favorite. I'm
Right?
sure. He's reminding me of Chris Weidman when Chris Weidman made his run, and Chris was saying, I could beat Anderson Silva. 1-2 fights in the UFC, he was saying, I'm going to beat Anderson Silva and be the champ. And people doubted him. And people aren't even really doubting Bo Nickel. They're they're saying he's going after Khamzat right away, and people aren't doubting him. So I think there's a very good shot. The guys that they're putting him against are they have a tall order.
Oh, for
and,
sure.
And anything can happen in this sport, but he looks so squared away in every aspect. Standing up, wrestling, on the ground. He's been in
His
jiu-jitsu
jiu-jitsu,
match.
bro, his jiu-jitsu looked real. I'm not going to lie, that triangle, if you're a jiu-jitsu person and you saw him finish that triangle, the angle, the back heeling, he's learning real jiu-jitsu.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And also, too, listen, it isn't, even though he's inexperienced in MMA, he competed at the highest level wrestling. So he is not going to be fazed by big
Stages
crowds.
don't- yeah,
big
stages
stage
don't.
is nothing to him. He's been in the national championship multiple times, so none of that is going to faze him at all. He won't feel any pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, and then the big one, Bone's gone, man.
How is John Jones going to come back? He's been out for how many years? He's put on all this weight. Is he going to be the same John Jones but bigger and stronger, or is he going to not? Is he going to be slower and ring rust? And
That adrenaline, man, that adrenaline for being just back in, but you're carrying more weight. Oh,
Well, Al, do you agree with this? Without that fight, the biggest advantage Jones would have would be he does not really a submission. He hasn't submitted anybody in 11 years. But if Jones takes the fight to the ground, I think he has a big advantage.
are you gonna get it? Is he getting? No.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
She even faked like she was gonna throw it to you.
That was so messed up.
I got my I got my shirt already. I got my shirt here. From,
That's another exciting one coming
Gunnar
up.
McCoy, Spain. Okay, so let's talk about. Listen, I know it's not officially announced yet or location, but let's talk about the bantamweight champion of the world. He says he's going to be fighting Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
He's still healing up a little bit.
No, I think he's healed. I think they sent him down to Colombia. He got some stem cells and he's ready to go.
It's the way to do it, man. It's the way to do it.
Bioaccelerator down in Colombia. They got him right. He's training hard again. And what is he? What is that? Like 8 weeks, 9
Yeah,
weeks
he's
out?
got a lot of time.
Yeah. He's already in shape. He's training.
He doesn't look like he was out of shape.
And we were just talking about layoffs. Same thing with Henry Cejudo. He hadn't been in there in a long time, and we don't know how that's going to affect him.
Yeah, Henry's got a tall order because Aljo's confident right now.
Right.
That fight against TJ, I know with the shoulder thing, people didn't give him the credit he deserved, but that was his coming out party. That was Peter Yan, the fight. He got through those fights, and then the TJ was the Aljo era fight, and I think they're really people are really going to see when he gets in there.
Do you think we'll see a little more? I mean, listen, Aljo, when he goes to the ground, he's usually has an advantage against anybody, in my opinion, with his jiu-jitsu because he's so deadly. Do you think we'll see a little bit more of his stand-up against Cejudo because of that reach advantage he'll have?
His stand-up is unique. His stand-up is unorthodox. His wrestling is unorthodox. And then, God forbid, it gets to the ground. Aljo's so talented down there. It's so different. So, I mean, I think the wrestling, Henry can kind of maybe hold him off for a little bit. But the more Aljo pressures him, kicks, takedown attempts, and he's long. He's eventually going to get his hands around. I feel so bad. I'm so biased. I feel so bad, but I don't.
But I don't. Another debut here to John Farrell Francis at the Ramirez Boys Fight House.
And John Farrell Francis is an Army veteran, and I'll give him props for taking on a guy who's 2-0 in his pro debut.
Right? Yo,
a lot of guys don't want to fight somebody with 2 wins
not only
in their pro
2-0,
debut.
but like, yo, Lane's tough, man. Like, his wrestling is a lot to handle.
And listen, one of his main training partners is Joe Selecki, who he told me that Joe Selecki has the best jiu-jitsu that he's ever rolled with. So you know he's working down there with them boys at Salty Dog in North Carolina. So you know his submission game is really lethal as well.
Very modern game, like Aljo, like a modern jiu-jitsu game.
And he's training with Chris Weidman too.
Yeah.
He's been a funny story. I taught him his first double leg takedown.
No kidding.
Yes. Listen, I interviewed Tom for this fight, and he told me when I asked him about how he got into the sport, he said, "Well, Al Iaquinta was my first wrestling coach." So.
And this was when he was this big and like 106 pounds. Went on to wrestle at Cal Poly.
Yeah, Cal Poly.
Went on to have a stellar career. He could train me in wrestling now and MMA and everything.
He's ferocious.
Oh, ferocious.
When he gets on top, he's ferocious.
Yeah, Francis has his hands full tonight, man. 2-0 for the Freight Train. Almost took out the ring girl, man, dude. That would have been bad. It's gonna be a fun one. Lane, Francis.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout brings us 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts, 185-pound weight limit in the middleweight division. The bout sponsors Lombardi's famous pizzeria, and the man in charge in the middle of the ring is Jasper Oliver. Introducing first from the blue corner, out of the Ramirez Boys Fight House, trained by Rogers Ramirez. Wearing the black trunks, he weighed at 185.4 pounds from New Egypt, New Jersey. Welcome, please, John Fairplay Farrell Francis.
Ron Farrell Francis out of the Ramirez Boys Fight House in the black trunks.
From Jim O, trained by Jim O, wearing the blue trunks, he weighed at 186 pounds. From North Carolina, welcome, please, Thomas Freight Train Lane.
Thomas Freight Train Lane in the blue trunks. Yeah, he's got Selecki in his corner there. Selecki, a local boy from up here in Jersey, made his way down once he got that UFC career started. All right, 5 minutes. Francis and Lane. Lane right off the bat, man. Jab,
Wow.
single.
He
right to the
wasted no
mat.
time, did he? He set it up with that quick jab, Jay, and then right to the single leg.
You know, he's got 2 decisions in Ring of Combat 74, Ring of Combat 78. I feel like he's probably going to be looking for a finish now, right? You got to think that he's dominated 2 fights. He probably wants to really work on trying to finish one now, and he is on top inside the guard here. Francis needs to start trying to make his way back to his feet here.
He said that after the last fight. He said he was disappointed in his performance while dominating the entire
right.
fight. He was a little bit disappointed that he didn't get the finish. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean, that takedown, he landed pretty smooth. Doesn't get much smoother than that, much quicker than that. You see him posturing up now, up against the cage. Not a great position for Francis.
I mean, talk about going out there. He went right over Adam Mail and accomplished what he was looking at. Talk about, starting a fight with your plan and accomplishing it.
There's no disguising what Tom Lane is trying to do. He goes out there, he's telling you he's going to take you down and beat you up, and that's exactly what he does, time after time.
I feel like Francis needs to put some urgency on getting back to his feet. I feel like that's where his advantage is going to be, if it's going to be any, it's probably going to be on the feet. He stayed closed guard here. I'd like to see him get them legs unlocked, unless he feels like his guard's going to be passed or that position's going to be advanced by Lane quickly. I'd almost, start to get my feet on the hips, start to get back on the kick. Easier said than done.
Yeah, easier said than done, but he's surviving here.
Yeah.
He's not taking too much damage. He's not letting Tom Lane posture up too much and rain down big punches. There, a good one landed, but nothing.
Got him opened up now.
You'd really love to see Tom Lane work to pass here.
Yeah, he's very content being able to land strikes from the guard, and it's not like he's being threatened with anything. You know, he hasn't been threatened with any kind of submission or anything like that. So there's still nothing to really fear for him to have to move. But you're right, man. He's got to posture up. Posture up, start landing.
I think Tom Lane, his ground game is definitely next level, Al. I mean, if he can work on other parts of his game, like the keep working on his cardio and his striking. I mean, I think he's one of the guys on the card that definitely have the talent for the next level.
No, absolutely. His takedown, I don't know. He must have
nice
the highest takedown percentage in Ring of Combat history.
Right, the actual percentage is probably astronomical. It's
every
100.
single time he tries to take somebody down, he takes them down. It's just here. What is he going to do on top? And he's just controlling the whole time, landing punches.
Well, Al, you should be taking credit for this. I mean, you were his first wrestling coach.
I'm taking all the credit.
Thomas Lane knows this entire match.
He didn't learn anything at Cal Poly. Well, those coaches had nothing on me.
There you see
there
him
it is.
opening
So
up.
that's where he wants to be.
Even a half guard, right?
Yeah,
Even over top of
right
one leg
in
is
the
going to
guard.
be better.
You know, that distance is where you want to be, where the guard is kind of open, but also not all the way open. You're at striking range. You're not in danger of a submission. Right now, he's kind of in danger of a submission. If Francis wanted to throw up an armbar or something, he could always rain it down.
Yeah,
some
there
punches.
he goes, starting to posture a bit.
That was the look that Tom Lane's corner was looking for.
Trying to open up there, create a little bit of space, backed off on the cage here. Now Lane,
Wow.
ooh, nice.
Listen, guys, some guys earn their nickname, and Freight Train is basically what he is. He is just a freight train out there. There's nothing is stopping him right now.
No, and honestly, he's landing a ton from inside the guard here. Like, passing doesn't even, I mean, he's scoring so much here from this spot, and he's not being threatened, really. There's no submissions being thrown there.
Big
He's landed
punches.
more.
His head's right up against the fences, Francis. Get the foot in the hip a little bit, but
Closed off still here. Trying to get a little bit of a bump. Man, a turning Lane over might be more difficult to take him. What would be more difficult, turn him over or take him down?
That little move that he did right there might have gotten some guys off balance, maybe even a sweep,
Right.
but Tom Lane it didn't even look like anything. You know, his base is just so solid.
You could make an argument this is a 10-8 round, Al, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Close to it?
It's yeah. I mean, if you're looking at it like one-sidedness, Tom Lane dominated the entire round, took him down, beat him up.
Maybe if he mounted him, like it was just a bit more of a dominant position. But he wasn't being threatened from the guard, so there really was no reason for him to have to even stress putting an arm back to try to open the guard, to get threatened by a triangle. You know what I mean? He wasn't having anything really thrown at him to scare him. So how does Francis keep this on the feet? That's a good question, right? Here's his ground and pound.
Ask his coach. I don't know that answer. It's a tough one.
There was a good series.
It's not looking good in the corner. He's got his hands. He looks like he's a little tired.
And carrying Lane's weight the whole time too. You know what I mean? Like Lane just leaning his weight on
We're
top
seeing
of
a
the
replay
whole
here. It's just
time.
some vicious ground and pound from Lane. And
Finding
don't forget,
his
over here at Ring of Combat, there's elbows on the ground aren't allowed, so that even takes away from his game a little bit.
There, he's trying to create some distance with some kicks. Again, as soon as he is a hold of that leg, he's just off balancing and putting you to the ground. Back to a closed guard here, this time from the middle of the cage.
I mean, it's funny that you were talking about Bo Nickel before this fight, because basically that's the same kind of wrestling you can probably see from Bo Nickel.
That quick, like he just knows how to move so much faster and correctly. You know what I mean? Knows exactly where your body needs to be to take you down.
You got to think about it. Tom Lane wrestled 6 years in middle school, high school, 4 years in
Nice
college,
fight.
trained with the best people, and doesn't look like Francis has. I don't know. You would think that he might not have any wrestling, so that's years to zero.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter how evenly matched their stand-up is, their jiu-jitsu is, but you're getting taken down.
Especially in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Especially when you have nothing to manipulate your balance or help your balance. You hear his corner even screaming as soon as the legs are open to try to get him to pass. They're not really telling him to initiate pass until the guard's open.
Well, we got a great crowd here tonight, fellas. This place
Right.
is
Oh,
packed.
wow, it
is going to
is.
be
Jeez.
it is going to be loud
The
in a
Ring
little
of
while.
Combat is back, folks. Come on.
Yes.
Trying to control. Man, again, I just really feel like he's got to start trying to open up and get back to his feet with some kind of urgency. We got to be roughly halfway through this second round here, and he has spent the entire time with Lane's weight on him. And when you look at what Lane does too, like he's driving his head forward and hips forward. Like his hips are almost past Francis's hips at some point, which makes it even so much more difficult to move from a bottom position when you're putting your head and hips over their head and hips.
Now, Jay, he's obviously, you know, scoring a ton of points, but, you know, would you like to see him maybe isolate an arm or work for a submission, or what do you think?
From the bottom?
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
from top?
from Lane.
Yeah, I would love to see him try to pass the guard. I just feel like he's had no threats to make him want to pass the guard. But yes, I would like to see him drop back on a leg. I would like to see if you're talking to me, I want to see him do jiu-jitsu.
That's the Illuminati grappling, and you're right there. I knew I'd get that. I knew I'd get that out of you.
Do jiu-jitsu, but Francis isn't giving him a reason to try that. He's winning so handily here. Oh man. And even when like there's separation like that, like push away, get back to the feet. Again, easier said than done. And especially now, all this time you've spent underneath Lane. And it's not like Lane has taken like 15 or 20 seconds off from the press, you know? He's been full court press the whole time. That's the first basketball term I've ever used in my life, ever. See Selecki in the corner there.
He's got to pass the guard. He's got to pass the guard to get it.
Al, do you agree? Do you think that's it, though? Do you think he's so comfortable because he's not being threatened that he's not passing, or do you think he's nervous about putting an arm back or nervous about doing something to initiate a submission attempt?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's right in his own corner right there with Joe Selecki, so, you know, obviously he's getting some good advice over there.
Or does it get to a
Keep doing
point
the
where
same thing.
Does it get to a point where
Right now
it's
the guard's
I'm winning,
open.
I don't want to change? Yeah, right. Like as soon as that guard's open, like start stuffing a leg and trying to step over.
Yeah, but it does get to a point where I'm winning, but I do have to change because to get to the next level, beating guys up like this, although I'm impressed, I don't know if the UFC brass will be as quick to bring someone up into the UFC. You got to pass and you got to finish, and he has the capabilities to do it.
And
That's
opportunity.
The thing. Right now,
Right,
that guard's
opportunity.
open. Two arms under the legs, throw him to the side, pick him up, slam him on his head. Tom Lane's got all the skills to do that.
Yeah.
But he's so content right here and just beating him up. But these people want to see action, Tom Lane.
Oh man, we're gonna see a third here. There, he tried to sweep over, tried to knock him. He did like a little scissor sweep and put Lane on his hip momentarily. Now it would be hard to sweep Tom Lane. I'm going to tell you, it would be even harder to sweep him and hold him down. To actually stop him from moving once you turned him over. That wrestler comes back where floor is lava. We're going to see a third here. Now, Al, when you're up big like this, right, and you put a lot of effort into working here.
If I don't get a shirt right now, I'm going to be so pissed.
How tired do you think Lane is?
Oh, hold on. The ring guard goes. I think they're going to fight.
None of them.
I don't think Tom Lane's too tired.
No.
I think he could do that all day.
Yeah.
Francis, on the other hand, doesn't look. The ref's checking
Yeah,
on him
they're
there.
talking to him.
You know, it's like you know.
He's a tough dude. He tell you one thing. He's a tough dude.
You ain't kidding.
Tough dude.
All right, round 3, Francis, Lane. Last 5 minutes here.
He's earning his first paycheck for sure.
You ain't
Dijon
kidding.
is.
Looking for that knee right into that double. It's just so automatic. Right back into this closed guard. And again, like Francis has to have some urgency in getting back to his feet and trying to keep this to his feet. Unless he's going to start opening up and throwing some submissions this round, he's got to try to get back to his feet.
I agree what Al was saying though, because like say for example, this fight was on the Contender Series.
Oh,
I
yeah.
doubt that Dana, like Al was saying, they're looking for finishes. So that has got to be the next progression for Tom.
And again, this is a fight where he could have taken that opportunity to really try to pass the guard, mount, take back, try to finish, stuff like that. That's why I feel like he just doesn't feel threatened at all. So this isn't, see if I can get the ground and pound from the spot, not have to put too many risks out.
Yeah, at this point you got to pass the guard. There's got to be a guard pass.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman. No, his guard's open right now. He's got to pass the guard. He could do this all day, but you got to end the fight, and it's not ending the fight. So
even if he stood up to open the guard, it's not like Francis has been eager to stand back up.
Stand up, throw some big punches, use it to pass. You got to pass the guard and advance position. I'm making a case for them to stand them up right now.
Still in this closed guard here, Lane.
And right now the guard's open, closed, but has been open, posturing up.
It just feels weird saying something negative about such a dominant performance.
I know.
I mean, it's almost like he's won the entire fight, the entire 15 minutes.
But more definitely can be done. Right again, the guard's open, just a simple push down on that knee, and he's probably knees over top, and he's half guarded.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because the way the sport's going, it's going into an entertainment. It's becoming an entertainment sport, and right now, although dominant, the people want to see entertainment, and I don't think a lot of people understand, or even if they do, it's
Yeah, it was one position.
Yeah, you want to see the
whole
pass.
match.
You want to see.
Yeah.
You want to see more. There's no danger of a finish right now. It's completely dominant, but that guard's open right now. You could do it past that guard.
Francis from this bottom position, starting to open up, starting to turn his hips. But again, he's got to sell out for this from the bottom end. He's got to try to throw something up, turn his hips, try to trap an arm, but he's not controlling hands. You know what I mean? Like a lot of work has to be done here. Now you see him trying to trap a wrist, feet on the hips momentarily. I think you have to throw the threat, even if it's not very close, just to get space to try to move.
Yeah, and then on the bottom, the same thing. He's got to move. You got to do something.
That's what I was saying. That's what I mean from the bottom.
Yeah.
Throw something up just to make a little bit of space.
Let the guy pass your guard just to try to give up your back and get back on the cage and get up to your feet. Here we got both guys content on what they're doing, which, I mean, if you're Tom Lane, you're winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you'd like to see.
Up to the feet here. Momentarily, you see him again, guards open, foot to the hip. See him trying to control a wrist, but Lane just pulls the elbow back, throws that hammer back up over top. Trying to get those hips higher. Not on a great angle here. Final 10 seconds. We're going to see the full 15 here. Dijon Farrell Francis and Thomas Freight Train Lane. Pretty confident in saying Freight Train's going to move to 3-0 here, fellas. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much, you know.
Pretty confident.
And listen, I'll tell you
That
what,
was that
man.
flying knee in the third, didn't land. But watch how easy, like as soon as he has it, just circle, hip to the mat, right to the closed guard. Like that's where I would have loved to see more urgency and not conceding the position, pushing away on the head, pushing away on the shoulders, fleeing away to try to get back up. You know?
He's still just a monster right there, Tom Lane, and I think he has a very bright future. And like I said, his next, you got to keep, it's a progression, Al, right? You know, you want to get better every fight. You want to be your own worst critic. You want to watch the film and critique yourself. And you know, he's a hard worker. He's going to get back in the lab, and he's going to get even better after that dominant performance.
He's only had a few fights, and he's a 100% wrestling, you know, strong
Prodigy.
fighter,
Yeah, he's a beast. So exactly.
He's working everything back into his game. The wrestling's strong.
Absolutely.
So you know he's going to revert to that in a dire situation in a fight.
I mean, listen, I'd like to see, his next fight against somebody who, you know, has a little bit more of a wrestling pedigree.
Yeah, or a jiu-jitsu fighter, somebody that can put up a little resistance, because you've seen him just walk through everybody.
Right.
He's walked through everybody. No one's throwing up any. And I think that will be what really pushes him to the next level, is a guy that makes him do what he's
all three judges called it the same way. We have a unanimous winner. He came out of the red corner, Thomas Freight Train Lane.
Thomas Freight Train Lane, your winner out of Gym O, moving to 3-0. That fight was brought to you by Lombardi Pizzeria. Al, you know anything about Lombardi Pizzeria?
Oh man, I'm hungry. No!
Oh, man, you're killing me, man.
I just had PF Trains, but now we're talking about Lombardi's.
You guys are killing me. I cut out carbs and lost 22 pounds, and now you're talking about pizza,
right?
man. You're killing me.
Bullshit. You'll have a Lombardi's with us. Come on.
All right, it's a cheat meal. You talked me into it.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, coming up next, 145-pound bout brought to you by Gold Coast Funding. Ricardo Jimenez at Animals MMA taking on John the Don Caldone at Long Island MMA.
Gold Coast Funding. If you need a mortgage,
you know a guy.
Those are the guys, I think. You know what I mean? If you need money to buy a house, Gold Coast Funding.
And if you need a house, you call out.
And if you need the house, we got you covered on all ends. I got you on the house.
Look at
Joey
this place.
Mortgage has you packed.
Right back there.
There is standing room only at this place.
Back. The Ring of Combat.
Everybody wants to see the silencer.
Yes, this place is going to get very loud.
We got Donnie Carley in the house. Come
Right.
on, Donnie.
Legend.
Oh. Yeah.
Fight number 3 on the way. Again, 190. Jimenez and Caldone. Jimenez 0-3-1 is a 3-time Ring of Combat veteran, taking on the Don, John Caldone, 2-1. Also 3-time Ring of Combat veteran. Guillotine win back in Ring of Combat 77 for the Don. Tropicana Hotel Casino. Jay Regabudo here at Bob Maloney Al Quinta. Dude, I really do like this casino too. I like the restaurants, like the little restaurant area that they got down here.
The quarter is definitely, you know, a happening spot.
Yeah, it is. It's nice, right?
Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre,
We
right?
got
Carmine's.
Carmine's, P.F. Chang's, the Palms down there.
Right.
You get a nice steak, maybe a tequila or two.
And if you want to go a little more casual, there's Chicky and Pete's. There's a little new pizza joint down there. So
Wet
you
Willie's.
know.
Is that what it is? Wet Willie's serving the
And
drinks.
they got the new bar over there. I forget the name of it. It's a new bar right there.
Yeah.
Big fans of fighting. I got myself a espresso martini.
Oh, nice.
Rocket fuel. We're up. We're
Yo,
ready to go.
New Jersey State Wrestling too. This for high school, which is huge in Jersey. Like Jersey State champions are like, you know,
The real
well
deal.
recognized.
Almost like Long
right
Island,
next
New
door.
York.
Almost.
The finals, the finals are tomorrow, right down
Yeah.
the street. The New Jersey Athletic, you know, the high school, the states, and
There's probably a lot of them here. Probably a lot of the kids here
Oh,
tonight.
they were a
Yeah.
ton. Yeah, I was like, what's going on? I thought they were all coming to see the fight. I was a little confused.
I was talking to some people earlier who were coming to the fights, and they were double dipping. They were at the restaurant earlier. There's their MMA fights tonight. So hey, best of both worlds.
Animals MMA, Ricardo Jimenez 0-3-1.
Ring of Combat veteran Jeff Lentz just stopping in and visiting the table. Jeff Lentz, another guy that's out there in the community with his own academy and contributing and loves the sport. Great guy, Jeff Lentz, Ring of Combat veteran.
Man, he's put a lot of fighters out already. Like he's had a lot of fighters in the amateur ranks already for not being open all that long down there.
I know he's in the house supporting his boy George, the silencer Sullivan. George did very well. He has a huge crowd in here. He sold almost 300 tickets, I believe, at least. So there's going to be crazy in here.
Those two probably came up together training, right? Like literally same camps and everything.
They have a lot of
Had to
mutual
be
contacts
close.
and friends that have trained together, yes.
Ricardo Jimenez, black and red trunks.
And into the red corner, John Caldone.
John the Don Caldone, Long Island MMA 2-1. Three-time Ring of Combat veteran coming out too. Ice Ice Baby. Or is it pressure? Nah, he went Ice Ice Baby. No pressure.
New York has a lot of good schools, man. They really do. I mean, you guys are spoiled over there. There's so many good academies, not just where you're at, but we're talking about these other schools here. There's a lot of good
Long
fighters.
Island MMA, Belmore kickboxing, and now that they're just, Long Island, it's a hotbed for MMA. It's an interesting thing, little island off the coast of New York. They just bring in a bunch of tough guys to the game. It's incredible.
Now brought to you by Gold Coast Funding here at the Tropicana Hotel and Casino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout brings us 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts. 145-pound weight limit in the featherweight division. The bout sponsor is Gold Coast Funding, and the referee is Jasper Alva. First from the blue corner, out of Animals MMA, trained by Sam Margie. Wearing the black and red trunks, he weighed at 146 pounds. from Yonkers, New York, here is Ricardo Jimenez. Out of the red corner from Long Island MMA, trained by Brian Michelino. Wearing the yellow and black trunks, he weighed in 145.6 pounds. From Long Island, New York, welcome please, John the Don Caldone.
All right, yellow trunks for Caldone, Jimenez in the black.
Beard versus beard, fellas.
Yeah.
Good.
Caldone's
I'm
a bit
excited for
stronger.
This fight. This is going to be a good fight right here.
A lot of experience between these two, between Ami and and Pro. These guys got a lot of time in the cage. Southpaw stance for Jimenez. Oh man, jab met with the counter kick.
Body kick by Caldone right there.
That back leg looks like it's just ready to fire, right?
Again, yeah, again with
see
that.
See how it extends and it's just ready to go straight. You see that right leg keep extending and then he shoots it. Jimenez backing him up here. I think Caldone's okay with countering right now too. Oh, Jimenez, nice left here. Holding center here is Jimenez. Straight left. Switching it up to the body.
Oh, nice little punch thing.
Right after
Kick,
the
punch,
kick, right? That was nice.
I landed too. You saw he was facing away from us, but you saw the vibrations on the head.
Man, those last 3 strikes that have missed have come so close, and they've all had bad intentions, but they all just missed.
Jimenez is doing a great job of jabbing low. He looks very relaxed, throwing that jab down low. Again, and you see him maybe bring a left hand over the top. Nice.
Man, they're standing right in front of each other, too.
Both of these guys seem extremely comfortable in that range,
Over the
which
top of that
always
left.
makes for a good fight. Pulling both of them with their front hands, opposite leads.
Already a little mouse under the right eye of Caldone. Both standing center here. Feints. And they've mixed it up. Kicks, body shots, head shots.
Yeah, both guys have a complete arsenal.
Nice
You see a side kick there. Oh, Jimenez coming on strong there. Starting off with that side kick, following up with a bunch of punches.
Oh, nice. That got through.
Faked with the legs, brought the knee up, comes with the jab.
Mixing it up great, too, these guys, right?
It's a very technical and cerebral fight right here. Both of these guys, you can see there's a lot of thought going behind each strike thrown.
And it looks like neither of them are really interested in looking for a takedown.
Not even right? Not even remotely close to looking for one. I'm cool with it, though. They're going to stand in front and throw like this. I'm cool.
I think everybody is with that.
Yeah. Nice shot.
He's been landing those rear leg push kicks right up the middle. Oh, nice.
Nice
exchanges. Nice exchanges.
Right hand over the top, gets his head out of the way.
You know, and Jimenez got caught with that counter, but then moved right through it. Like, didn't allow himself to get countered out there. Like, he kept pushing through the counter. Nice job by Jimenez. I've caught a lot of Jimenez's fight. This is the sharpest I've seen him.
He's looking great right now.
Yeah.
And so is Caldone. You see Jimenez come with
sure.
a reverse head kick there, and Caldone blocks it. Nice jab.
Right, slap to get it out of the way. Matching southpaw stances here as they stand center cage. Nice jab. He might have bloodied the nose on that one.
Oh, nice. Oh,
nice head kick right in
got that
front
hand
of
up.
too.
Got that hand up to block it.
Nice body on the follow-up there. Man, 3 in a row with that lead hand, and that last one really connected. And even with that almost catching the leg, he had no intention. He was just going to turn the body to throw a throw a strike.
Man, this is a close round, guys.
Yeah, oh, it really
Jeez,
is.
man.
Bob, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about judging that round until you just said it.
Didn't even. We're just watching these guys go at it here. Art on both ends.
Yeah, it's been a fun round.
Yeah, very. Switch back to orthodox too. Now he moves back southpaw. You wonder if it's the count. Oh man, now over.
Yeah. Counted like Caldone gets out of the way. What an evenly matched fight. We got one of the judges sitting right next to us. Good luck, brother.
Oh man, I feel like when he's standing southpaw, when Caldone is standing southpaw, Jimenez is landing more. I feel like when he's matched off southpaw that Jimenez was landing much more. I feel like when he was moving back orthodox, it was a little harder for him to land that jab straight through. So once he switches, all right, so here's where he's orthodox, trying to come, you see how he's not getting touched as much? When he switches back to where they're matching southpaw, so he's kind of able to filter everything off, block everything off. High kick.
That was that kick punch.
Yeah.
That was just a back and forth, striking, exciting round right there, gentlemen.
And no intention of hitting the ground whatsoever. And after what a contrast to the last fight, right?
Right, exactly. We went from a wrestling match to a kickboxing match.
All right, round two. Again, yellow trunks for Caldone, black trunks. Animals MMA's Ricardo Jimenez. Comes out orthodox this round, at least to start for Caldone. Inside kick from Jimenez. Nice push kick. And you want to know what? It's where he was most successful with his kicks was from orthodox as well. Now he switches back off. Oh, look at Jimenez, switched it up. In on the single, good defense from Caldone. Has the neck wrapped up. He's going to lock the hands on the cage here.
It's getting tight.
Yeah, he got to get that right arm
He's
higher.
confident in it.
Top. Yeah, his head over top
He's
of that
got it
triangle.
tight.
Oh, this is tight. This is tight.
If he can sit through a little bit.
Jimenez elevates.
Oh.
You know what? Good decision by Jimenez to get that left hand inside. He could have mat returned him there, and maybe it would have been a bit more of a crowd pleaser, but he needed to get his left hand involved here and get that grip split, which he did. I really believe staying to his feet was his best escape plan out of that, because you were right, Al, that was getting tight quick. That was going high elbow quick.
Up against the cage here, I thought he might drop down for a double leg right there, but
Bob, he wasn't ready for that takedown. Nobody in here thought he was going to change levels for that, right?
Takedown. Yeah, he was going full guillotine, and then he said, "Hold on, this is not looking great."
Right.
There are some guys just they have that guillotine confidence where they get that on, and you could see he had it. Like he's landed that in training. He's landed that probably in fights before at some point. He was confident in that, and then he started getting lifted up off the ground.
Jimenez now doing a very good job of controlling on the cage here. I've gotten to call Jimenez from his amateur days, and now into his pro career, and this is the best I've seen him. And again, Caldone just looking, really good as well. But Jimenez just with the takedown, even though he was caught in the guillotine, he initiated the takedown that put him on the cage and forced the man.
Oh, nice elbow and a punch on the way out. Jimenez did a great job of keeping his head in an awesome position there against the cage, controlling every position.
Staying orthodox now.
Inside leg kick, return.
Nice body shot.
Yeah, he's been landing those all fight. Oh, nice right hand to the body.
Both of these guys are earning their paycheck tonight and then some, man. My goodness.
Nice defense.
Back
by Caldone.
Here. Man, Jimenez has put up, he has put up some numbers as far as strikes, you know what I mean, as far as what he's actually thrown. He's one off in here a bit, but he's had a ton of like 2-3 strike combos. Push kick again.
This is just two savages going at it, man. I tell you, this is so fun to watch.
Pushing him back towards the cage now. Nice right to come off the cage for Jimenez. Kicked it. Oh, nice over the top of that right, following the kick. Pushing the action here still is Jimenez. Just as I say that, Caldone turns the action around, puts Jimenez's back to the cage. Oh, nice left from Caldone.
Thought she was bringing me a drink.
Pushing him.
Go ahead.
Al can't get no love tonight.
T-shirt, drink, nothing, right?
Uh-oh. I didn't see an eye poke.
Apparently, the referee saw it.
Give him time for the eye poke here. All right, we're back quick. Really pushing forward. Here's Caldone, and he's going to start throwing it at him. Jimenez trying to answer back off the cage, get himself back to center here. Nice jab. Oh, drops it low to the body. Again, I feel Caldone is so much safer in the orthodox stance. Wow. I feel like Jimenez has landed so much more when he switches off to southpaw.
Those kicks have definitely been more effective.
Way more effective, yeah.
From the
there we go, switched back.
Right? And that's in, but watch how much Jimenez moves forward as soon as he goes southpaw. Like Jimenez's confidence rises as he comes forward. All right, we're going to see a third.
I'm going to clap for that round. These two guys are really
great.
putting on a show right now, man.
What do you think? You think they try to rest? Again, judging, man.
Oh. It's funny because I was watching the UFC, Al, when you were talking about the judges, and there was a real close round. And after the end of the round, Paul Felder says, "Good luck, judges." So you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's so close and so because when you're judging a fight, you don't have a stat count. Even though you're not counting the fights. It's the strikes. Sometimes it's an underappreciated art. Difficult.
There's a little bit of them in the center here with that inside kick. Answered back with the body kick from the Don. All right, here we go. Round number 3. John the Don Caldone, Long Island MMA. Ricardo Jimenez, Animals MMA. Final 5 minutes. Big body kick from the orthodox stance.
Oh. Jimenez comes back with a body kick of his own.
Comes back to orthodox shot. Nice combo by Jimenez to get his back off the cage. And these two have eaten a lot of strikes over the last 10, 11 minutes.
I'll be curious, Jay, to see if his corner picked up on what you were saying about the effectiveness of the stances. See if he stays, away from that southpaw stance this round.
His kicks, like you were saying too, his kicks have just been stronger, more accurate from this position.
Yeah, that right leg rear kick is landing outside, up the middle.
And I feel like it's harder for Jimenez to land his strikes when he goes orthodox.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's not landing the same.
Oh, nice right hook. That hurt him.
I think that was the
biggest
right.
Another big right.
That hurt him.
Body
Big
kick.
time.
Oh, man, he's feeling it.
go.
Caldone's feeling it.
He's
And
saying,
Jimenez
"Come on."
is saying, come forward.
That was the biggest strike of the fight,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
He should keep that pressure on.
I was going to say the same thing, Al. Like, I feel like he needs to keep moving forward here, unless he's trying to bag it up and wait for
Jimenez
another
coming
one.
back now. Jimenez with the inside leg kick. Straight left to the body. Right hook over the top. Jimenez is coming back. Oh no!
Look at this now. He's
is
turning
Caldone
it.
feeling it a little bit? Is he slowing down because he just had him hurt, and now Jimenez is taking over.
Back southpaw here. Jimenez pushes forward with the jab. There it is again. It touches every time from this spot. Circling towards that right hand, that lead hand. Nice right from Caldone.
That's his
knocked
combo.
his mouthpiece
That right hand
out.
is the
Yes,
punch.
it is. It's got to come from that orthodox stance, though.
He's bringing him on. He's calling him on. Nice right hand by Jimenez. Jimenez again
nice
with the left hand.
Wow.
Oh, the mouthpiece is out. He's sticking his tongue at him.
Pressed
And
against the cage here.
Caldone slows down the action there, pushes him against the cage. I don't know, Caldone, maybe he's feeling it a little bit towards the end of this.
Nice shoulder.
Maybe not.
Head and arm to turn position here for Jimenez.
Man, if I run into these guys in a bar, I'm going to buy them both a drink, man.
Yeah. Good.
What an effort from both of these guys, man.
Good head position from Jimenez to keep this control on Caldone. Wow, so you have to judge this. Who you got?
I think you got to go with Caldone. Hurt him at the end of that. You know.
So does the takedown in the man? So you think Caldone's up 2-1 right now? Straight left here. Oh, that
nice
right
again.
again.
That right's been the money.
Well, I think this third round is the
really
flying
the
knee.
These guys are right in front of us.
The whole little stomp kick there. That lead leg from Caldone going at it again. Back southpaw. Inside on the kick.
Again, switches right up.
Inside again. Nice left.
Left hand countered. Oh, jab by Jimenez. These guys are right in front of each other.
Literally just exchanging. Nice uppercut here from Caldone.
Just missed. Jimenez just got out of the way of that uppercut.
Back to that orthodox stance. He eats a couple from Jimenez. Short time here.
Short time. We're coming down to the end of this one right here.
Nice left and answered back
This
with
is
the
a close
right by
one. This is
Caldone.
coming down right to the wire. The last 10 seconds.
Let it go. Let it fly. Let it fly, guys.
Oh, big uppercut. Nice kick to the body.
Wow. All right.
Oh, great
Take
fight.
it to the judge's decision.
Wow. That was just
Animals
awesome
MMA's
awesome
Ricardo
fight.
Jimenez. Long Island MMA's John the Don Caldone. Take it 15 minutes. This fight brought to you by Gold Coast Funding. Judges got themselves a decision to make here.
I'm glad we're over here and not in the judge's seat, I'll tell you that much, Jay.
I don't know. I got a feeling Jimenez is going to come out 2-1. Obviously, I could be wrong. I'm terrible at that part.
I think the third round was Caldone. Because
Definitely the third round for Caldone.
The other two rounds were close.
Really, really close.
What?
Center here.
Who the heck
Again,
won this fight?
Oh, there was that big right from Caldone.
I think Caldone. I think Caldone got it. I think they're gonna give him.
I'm going to go with Al on this one. It was such a close fight. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not a judge because I think they both should get a bonus check, if you ask me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fight
it
of
sucks,
the night.
It sucks that both of them don't get the winner's check on this one because they both left it all in the cage. There's no doubt that both of them just laid it all on the line 100%, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from the hardcore contest. Went the distance. All three judges called it the same way. They all scored it 29-28. We have a unanimous decision winner coming out of the red corner, John the Don.
This is why I commentate. John the Don Caldone, Long Island MMA moves to 3-1.
John Caldone out of Long Island MMA, trained by Ryan Michelino.
Strong third round.
Congratulations from our bout sponsor, Gold Coast Funding. George Spinelli, owner, for all your mortgage needs. That is bout winner, John Caldone. Thank you, George Spinelli from Gold Coast Funding, for your continued participation in our events. And there is our bout winner with his trainer, Brian Michelino.
Caldone moved to 3-1. Fun one coming up next. Big Nog taking on the real McCoy.
I'm excited for this fight.
155-pound bout coming up next. Brought to you by Bensonhurst Construction.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce our promoter, former world kickboxing champion Lou Neglia, I'd like to introduce someone who is scheduled to fight tonight. His opponent, the weirdest things can happen on the way to the fight. His opponent was in a car accident. His car was totaled. He could not make it to tonight's fight. But Adam Livingston was ready to fight out of Long Island MMA, trained by Ryan LaFleur. Adam Livingston, we thank you for your work and preparation for tonight's event. We'll see you on future cards. Adam Livingston out of Long Island MMA. All right, he was raring to go tonight. We'll get you next time. Also scheduled to be on the card was Sebastian Ruiz. His opponent did not qualify. Again, you'll see him on future cards. All right, fist bump. Adam Livingston, and now here's our promoter, former world kickboxing champion, Lou Neglia.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for your continued support of Ring of Combat. Before we start our championship fights and our featured fights, I'd like to introduce a couple of special guests that are here today. First, the co-promoter, my friend, please welcome Frankie Perez. One of our main sponsors from Authentic Heroes, please welcome Chris Giordano. One of our main sponsors from Gold Coast Funding, please welcome Joe Spinelli. She's a kickboxing champion, please welcome, she's also official from the New Jersey Athletic Commission, Muna Holland. A rising star in the flyweight division, please welcome Pumi Nakota. He's a Jiu-Jitsu world champion, Strike Force champion, please welcome Victor Shalin. A Ring of Combat champion, UFC vet, please welcome Jeff Lenz. A Ring of Combat champion, UFC vet, please welcome Ryan LaFleur. He's a commentator tonight. He was a Ring of Combat champion, also UFC vet. He was ranked in the top 10 in the lightweight division. Please welcome Al, Raging Al Iaquinta.
All right, thank you, Lou Neglia and Frank Perez, Dead Series Promotions.
All right, we are here with Rocco Sacrifico. Am I saying your name right?
You got it right.
All right, Rocco, listen, Rocco is a former student of Ring of Combat President Louis Neglia. And then, Rocco, listen, talk to me about, I know Lou was a promoter, I know he's a fighter. Talk to me a little bit about him as a teacher since you were a student of his.
A very tough teacher. I was with him since I'm like 7 years old. I don't know, what's it, 46 years later? I'm still connected with the dojo. I guess it's conditioned into us to be like a family. And I'm still here like a family, like a son. He's like a father to me in the martial arts.
So Lou has been an important part of your life then, what you would say?
Yes, like a family member.
Excellent. You look like you're in pretty good shape. Do you still get over there and train these days?
Actually, Sunday we have a kids tournament. I'm going to be refereeing. We always stay connected with the dojo.
Excellent. That's it. So obviously now you stay what you say, a children's tournament. Have you seen more? Listen, with the way the world has been recently, Rocco, have you seen a more influx of children and women getting in there and training and learning how to take care of themselves?
100%. You have a very diverse group in the martial arts now than it used to be.
That's good to see. You know what I mean? You want to protect the women and the children. And like I said. Now you said you go over there. Does Lou ever make it over there anymore?
He don't have time because he's promoting a lot of shows now for the children, but he still does do the kids in our dojo.
Excellent. Listen, Lou has been contributing to the community for a long time. It's a good thing to see, and obviously it's passed down to you.
He kept a lot of kids out of trouble like myself.
And listen, in the city...
That's why we all went there for discipline. Excellent. Back in the day, that's how it was.
Anything you'd like to say to Lou before you go?
I love you. Thank you for everything you did in my life. And you're like a hero to the neighborhood and to all your students.
Well, Rocco, I appreciate meeting you and talking to you. And you keep doing your work and refereeing and working with the kids. That's the important thing in the world, man. We take care of the children and the women, man. It's a great thing, man.
Thank you.
My pleasure, Rocco.
Later, brother. Good job.
All right, big one coming up here, Bob.
Hello.
Chris Guerrilla.
I wanted you to tell everybody about Chris, and I'll fill everybody in on Gunnar, the real McCoy Spain.
Yeah, Chris Guerrilla, 1-1, known as Big Nog out of Long Island MMA, two-time Ring of Combat vet, coming off a decision win at the last Ring of Combat 78. 6-2 as an AMI, so he has a ton of cage time. Big, opponent in front of him tonight, even though it is his debut.
Listen, Gunnar the Real McCoy Spain, he started off his career training at Nick Catone MMA, and we know about that school and all the great guys there. He moved to school in Philly at Drexel. He's a wrestler at Drexel University. The kid is brilliant. He goes to school. He's going to be an aerospace engineer. And listen, he trains now over at Marquez MMA and Daniel Gracie Philly. His main training partner for this camp is Pat Sabatini. He worked with Sean Brady, Joe Bodybag Piper, Andre Petrosky, and he's got a big, talented room over there. And listen, this kid is a blue chip prospect, man. Blue chip. He's smart. He's in great shape. And he's only 21 years old. He's just a baby, Jay. 21 years old.
6-0 as an amateur. All decisions, too, so he's got a lot of cage time. James Lyons. Marquez in his corner. Cody Hammer, that's a hell of a corner. Pro debut for Gunnar Spain, the real McCoy.
And like you said, it's a tough fight, man, because Grigley he's a dog, man.
Bro, he'll just sit in there and bang, grapple, whatever it is. I really like this matchup for Gunnar's first fight, you know. Even though, you know, Big Nog's got a couple fights already, I like this fight for Gunnar first.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of our super fights, 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts, 155-pound weight limit in the light division. Without punches, mention her construction and roofing, and the man in charge is Vitor Bello. Introducing the first from the blue corner, out of Long Island MMA, trained by Brian Nicolino. Wearing the black trunks, he weighed at 155.2 pounds. From East Shore, Tucky, Long Island, welcome, please, Chris Big Nog Guariglia.
Chris Guariglia 1-1 out of Long Island MMA.
Ready for battle out of the red corner, from Marquez MMA, trained by John Marquez. Wearing the black trunks with the gray lettering, he weighed at 155.4 pounds. From Leonardtown, Pennsylvania, here is Gunnar, the real McCoy.
Listen to this crowd, man. What an atmosphere tonight at Ring of Combat 79 at the Tropicana.
All right, here we go.
What a turnout.
McCoy.
For Spain.
Or I'm sorry, Spain in the black.
Guerrilla.
Oh, both black.
Spain in
With
the
the
black,
red.
Guerrilla with the big head.
Right. Blue corner.
This guy's
for
head
Nog.
is huge.
That's Big Nog, man.
It's Big Nog.
Right?
It's
Guerrilla.
crazy.
Dude, and Guerrilla will bang too, man.
Wow.
He'll stand and trade, grapple. Very well rounded.
Spain's coming in strong. He looks incredibly comfortable, but Guerrilla is a gamer. He's always in a dogfight, and it's like when he's in bad positions, he just keeps going. When he's in good positions, he keeps going. When he's on the feet, the guy just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? So unorthodox. Oh,
nice.
Big punches.
Spain talked about training with Pat Sabatini and what torture it is sometimes.
Nice
Now,
push kick. Yeah.
That's what gets you to the next level.
Is he 55? He's a thick 55, boy.
Yeah, he's a big 55. He's strong. He looks like he's got strong. But I mean, Guerrilla's he's been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
He's been training with guys at Long Island MMA for years. I think he was training with Dennis Bermudez when Bermudez was in the end, and you know, all of his years since then. So I mean, he's been in there with guys too. It's just
He's been controlling the center this whole time, Guerrilla. Let's see if he can push forward. Both very, a little tentative, you know what I mean? Like feeling out, getting the range. Holding center, circling from the outside of Spain. This inside kick to shift back to the other direction. Staying in his corner too, staying in ear's reach of lines of Marquez. And look at that, Guerrilla going for the single, drives it to the cage.
really good timing on that takedown.
Right, had him turning right and went down to that opposite side leg. Spain doing a good job with that over-under here, but look at this, trying to gather the secondary leg, connects the hands, elevates, takes
Nice
down
job.
for Guerrilla.
You can see
Spain right back up.
Spain's legs on the takedown defense was strong, and Guerrilla just plowed right through.
I like Guerrilla's decision too to go to the hips. Like he didn't stay down, he slid the hands right down to the hips here. And now see where Spain starts pulling these arms up, is where Guerrilla is going to have a much more time trying to upper body take him down, as opposed to being at the hips. Nice sweep back here. Spain able to swing himself out. Right back to center here. Overhand right, countered back from Spain.
Oh.
1-2 as he pushes forward from Spain. Guerrilla. Again, Guerrilla's still commanding that center position. Spain still holding outside. Circling off to his right here. Oh, ate a right as Guerrilla ate a right as he was pushing in.
Nice left hook by Guerrilla.
You know, McCoy, Spain, for being a wrestler, has really shown he's learning. Look at his striking is impressive for a guy who's
I've
a
gotten
wrestler.
to call some of his amateur fights, and it's almost like he prefers to stand. I haven't seen him actually wrestle a ton. And listen, if your wrestling is really good, you have to get good at this aspect. You know what I mean? And there's no other way than put the time in a cage when it means something. But it seems like he's okay with being the counter striker here. Guerrilla has held that center position. Nice body kick from Spain. A little snap to it. Catches that leg to the body here.
Right to the body lock.
Good job getting that underhook from Spain. Hooks to the outside. He's not going to be able to off-balance that upper body like that. Spain's underhook is strong. He'll circle out. Dude and Guerrilla right back forward.
Yeah, right back forward, right? Man. He loves to fight. He loves to fight. You see, caught that kick, took the back.
It's just right in your face.
Yeah, he's...
With that being said, he's got to be incredibly cautious being in Spain's face because Spain's throwing very sharp counters. Timing himself very well. Nice. He needed to do that about 20 seconds earlier, right?
I don't know. Guerrilla looked like he stopped the takedown.
Oh, he did. He stopped. That's what I'm saying. I really feel like he should have did that like 20 seconds before that.
Yeah.
You kind of got to give that round to Guerrilla, in my opinion, just with that, you know what I mean? The attempt for the takedown. Had him up against the cage, controlled the center.
She's got to give me a freaking shirt.
I don't think it's happening now. She's going to give the other guys in the front row.
Can I get a damn shirt, please?
Dude, she fakes out everybody, though.
Oh, my God.
Now, I wonder if Spain will turn that and turn to wrestling. Like, turn to take him down now. It's like knowing
At least
how
give him that
something
to
think
about, Jay.
Yeah. I would have liked to seen that takedown attempt like 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left. Give himself time to, you know what I mean, allow the scramble to happen and finish it. Spain and Guerrilla. Round 2. Yeah, and his coach James Lyons is saying go right to center.
No, I like that.
Right?
Stand in his face. Push him back. If you can push Guerrilla back. Guerrilla.
Right, there's two little uppercuts right there when he was in the heat. Always swinging, man. I do like Spain's aggression this round much more.
If he pushes forward, I like that. His coaches are yelling for it.
Really a nice, good, I'll tell you, very good moment to try and level change the takedown because I believe Gunnar was just ready to change his level too. Holding center here is Guerrilla. And again, Spain, again, looks like he's okay with being the counter striker, playing to the outside here. Uppercut as he moves forward.
But again, he's letting Guerrilla control the octagon.
Right, yeah.
And I think that is the big mistake he's making because that brief moment where he was pushing Guerrilla back, he looked good. He landed a combination.
Nice kick.
There you go.
Inside kick, almost swept it right out from under him. Really trying to get on that single. Changes levels again. Ate a few shots to get here.
Nice defense here from
Yeah,
Spain.
got that left arm
Nice.
under, switches it.
Very
I'd like to
nice.
see him finish this here. I mean, easier said than done. Nog's already got his underhook. Throwing those knees. Nice knee back from Spain. Separates off. Grillia right back to center. Front kick countered with a hook. Neither landed. Spain feinting in with a few jabs. Front kick attempt here from Grillia. Nice combo.
Left hook just missed over the top.
Really stalking him here is Grillia. I'd like to see them let loose a little bit more. Nice hook. Lead hook from Spain. 1-2 as he pushes forward. He has success. Nice left from Grillia. That inside kick with the opposite leg from Spain lands nice. You can even see a mark on the inside of the knee there from Grillia. There's that single. Up, turns that angle. Very nice takedown right into a leg attack from
Uses
Grillia.
the get back
Bro,
Wow.
reach to the inside.
Yo,
that was beautiful
Jay loves
jiu-jitsu
that.
right there.
I knew Jay loved that.
Man.
That was sick.
That reap to the inside has to turn your back away from him. You have to decide to bail or sit in there and play legs. Spain made the right choice.
Yeah.
Spain made the right choice because you wait and then flee, and now your back's exposed.
Grillia is a problem.
He is, man.
You take him.
You don't stop.
He comes after you. You take him down. He goes for a leg. Like what? You
I
know?
have to imagine Grillia had to consider that there could be a lot of wrestling in this match.
Of course,
Right?
I would think so. Yeah, with a guy with credentials as he does.
Even though his fights don't show that,
Yeah,
it's
it's
still the
always
pedigree.
Yeah. And you know, I think he should try to push that more. I mean, probably after that last takedown leg entanglement, he would be less apt to go for that. But I think that's, it seems like he's getting bullied around a little bit, standing up. Set up a good takedown. Now
Catches the leg. Look at this. Drives forward. Trying to connect here. Elevates. Spain pushing the head away. Look at this.
Spain's in
and
fire
he's going
right
to
now.
get it. Gets the takedown here to half guard for Grillia. Look at this. Scoops both those legs together. Already starting with some shots to the thigh. Dude, I'll tell you, from the feet too, I know we're in a different spot here, but that left hand of Grillia keeps, like the right hand of Spain keeps getting just a little bit lower, and it's just popping. It keeps landing just a little bit more each time. What a way to end the round here for Grillia, though, to complete the takedown, end up with legs laced here from a dominant position.
It could very easily be up 2 rounds. to
Right?
none.
I feel like Spain's got to come out here trying to finish. Put him on his back and try to finish him. Nog not even taking a seat. Kid's an animal. Listen, he probably not overtrained it, but like really went hard on his wrestling for this camp. You know what I mean? And it's really showing the counter, even not getting the takedown, but putting McCoy in a position, or putting Spain in a position where he's got to dig underhooks. He has to address the situation. Chris Grillia, Big Nog out of Long Island MMA. Gunnar Spain, the real McCoy, out of Marquez MMA, round number 3. Again, I feel like Spain needs to come in with a bit of urgency to try to finish this fight.
Yeah, Grillia's like, let's go.
Dude, and look, goes for the hug, right?
That guy
Just a good
don't
dude,
give a
right?
look at him right forward.
There
We talked
go. This is
about,
what
you
you're
know,
gonna need.
Grillia what a dog he was before the fight, and he just continues to prove it.
Yeah.
But you're also seeing a cerebral fighter out of him.
Yeah.
I mean, just very.
Look at this.
He's using that. He's using that big head. thinking a lot. I mean, you see timing takedowns at the right time. He gets taken down. He's going for leg entanglements to get going for the submission, but if not, he's getting back up.
Look at that.
Fakes to the leg, comes back up top. I mean,
he's becoming a very well-rounded fighter.
Yeah.
A very well-rounded fighter.
Yeah.
Man, and not there. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah. The timing on that
Brilliant.
takedown.
Look at this. He's going to lace him up again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Huge for Grillia.
He could like lock up a little knee bar there. His legs are so straight.
Little dog bar.
You know?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I bet if Grillia had the opportunity, he's going to go for it, too.
Yeah,
There he goes. Traces to the back here. Smart by Spain. Go chest to chest again. Grillia.
And he just keeps letting those legs get locked up like that.
Removes one, gets the other one free. Look, and again, see how Grillia doesn't even stay square.
There he
When
is. He
Spain
gets
tries
right
to
back.
turn, he allows that grip
Oh.
to turn, his body to turn.
Really on the back now.
Dude, I don't feel like Grillia is a big 55 either.
Pretty big. He's not.
Really not a big 55.
I mean, he's long. He's definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely.
Again, just on like hips over hips. Look at this hook coming in here. Spain coming up to the feet, gets some separation here. Right back down, man. For Grillia, guillotine. Locked up.
Really, he's driving that right shoulder in. It doesn't. Oh, now.
Arm in, so there's going to need to be a chin-to-chest compression here. When the arm's trapped, yeah, his head's out already. And again, he's got McCoy in a situation where he's got to turn away from him to try to escape, or he's going to move the mount. Or take the back up to Turtle here. And again, you see how Grillia doesn't try to match upper body. He stays on his hips. He's just controlling the part that he doesn't have to match any kind of strength with. Drag those legs out from under. Figure four him at the ankles. Got him lassoed up here. Spain's going to have to do the same thing. You got to remove it one leg at a time. He's got to turn that right heel out. He's got to free that from the figure four. Then that left leg will come out. Again, easier said than done. Nog just leaning weight forward.
Yeah, leaning forward, not letting him get a chance to get his leg work in at all.
Again, see how he just lets that loop around the hips.
Yeah.
Just lets that grip
Dude,
hula hoop around.
I'm going to tell you something.
Super
A lot of good
impressed.
stuff out of him.
Right? Super
Yeah.
impressed.
Really good. Like, this is.
How could you not be? I mean,
high
this guy
level.
is really, you know, he's shown you he's very well rounded in a lot of areas.
And he's basically he's pitching a shot. I mean, a shutout.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
he looked great counter striking. He looked great controlling the center of the cage. Takedowns, and now the ground control.
He's starting to break him, it looks like. He's just all over him.
And look at the pressure. It's not like he's easing up. Like, he's got a grip, and he's just pushing that weight forward. So now Spain's got to get his weight under him, start to look up. See him trying to look for the Kimura. What's he do? He buries the hand deeper so he can't reach it. Grillia should be very, very happy with his performance, especially against a young up-and-comer like McCoy. Tried to put that arm through, and what's he do? He puts the hand in front so that it can't be used as a submission. It can be used for position, but not submission. As long as he keeps that hand in front, he'll use it to get free. Back to the feet now for Spain. We are in short time. His corner is saying go, go, go.
He's got to go, but it looks like he's deflated right now. Guerrilla's the one pushing the pace like he's down.
Still controlling center, right?
Impressive performance, man.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, mouth open here for Spain. Guerrilla has just kept the pressure the entire time. Wow. Look at this, one more. Almost gets one more. Long Island MMA's Big Nog, Chris Guerrilla. Hell of a fight. Gunnar, the real McCoy, Spain, in his debut here.
That was an incredible performance.
You know, I'm going to say this. If Spain had this match when Guerrilla was also a debuter. It may have been a bit closer. Guerrilla looked experienced, right? Guerrilla looked like he knew what to do, whether he was under heat and had to fire shots from underneath. Knew what he was doing with controlling the center of the cage. The takedowns were on point, defensively on point. I can't really see his work against the cage here, locks those hands up. And again, keeps his head low, keeps his head over his hands, keeps his head over the grip, and puts him to the ground. You see some action from the center of the cage here. There's another moved underneath, nicely placed knee. And again, just knows how to keep his underhooks in situations where he's not going to get in too much trouble. Spins out of that. Here's him controlling right on the cage from a turtle position. And again, just lets that clamp on the ride around the hips there. You see?
Look how long he is. He's such a long fighter. Long arms, long legs.
There was the ditch on the Kimura. If you see that hand stays in front, you have no danger of submission because your hand's in front, shoulders safe, arms safe. But you can use it for position. It's such a great controlling position. Uses it to split and get back to his feet. All right. And they're going to take it to the judges. 15 minutes for Gunnar Spain and Chris Guerrilla. Fourth fight here tonight, brought to you by Bensonhurst Construction.
Bensonhurst.
They collect the scores here. Next fight coming up after this, we have Quintez Sapp taking on Mike Ahern. Let's kick it in to the official announcement.
A close fight. We go to judges' scorecards. Judge Caroline scored it 29.
This was a split.
The red corner Spain.
That's garbage.
Judge Castro scored it 29. 28. The blue corner Barrelia. Judge Carino scored it 29. 28. We have a winner by split decision. He came out of the red corner, Gunnar.
Wow. Gunnar, the real McCoy Spain, going to move to 1-0. Split decision victory.
I'm going to be honest with you, that's absolute horseshit.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
I want to boo the, that's horrible.
Wow.
What judge scored that fight for this guy?
Gunnar Spain out of Marquez MMA.
I need a fair saver. I just got to put that on and take a picture. I'm going to take a picture for a social media thing.
Take 2 seconds.
Okay.
If you want to ask me something funny, I got a funny story for you too.
Okay.
Louis Neglia had a. Hello, do one more. Louis Neglia had a club called Christopher's back in the day. So he invites all the students, and I go to the club. It's like a disco back in the day. And a big fight breaks out. And who's in the middle of it? Of course, me. I wound up getting locked up that night, and I had to go back to the karate school on Monday. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in a lot of trouble. He's like, Brago, you're a student of mine. How can you be fighting in my club? You got to fight in a ring, not in the club. It was actually very funny back in the day.
Oh,
Thank you.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I love that story. And I can imagine, Luce, you probably scared to death.
All right, coming up next, 175-pound bout by Eastern Martial Arts Supply. Quintez, the Wicked One Sapp, taking on Mike Ahern.
That's might be one.
yeah.
I might have to watch that again because I don't know. He didn't land a punch. He didn't land the
takedowns.
one takedown he landed. The other guy got him right
to use the leg to come right back up. Yeah.
Like maybe I'm watching some. Maybe I don't know. There's no way that the guy Guerrilla lost the fight, and there's no way he didn't win 30-27.
Yeah,
That's a horrendous decision.
When you go back and watch it, watch Shaolin's face.
Yeah.
He gives you like a, oh.
Yeah.
And raises the hand like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, that was.
That's atrocious. I feel very bad for Guerrilla.
For our next fight, Quintez Sapp.
Quintez Sapp out of Charleston at Krav Maga and MMA, the Wicked One, 2-0. Number 1 middleweight down there in North Carolina.
Al, tell me a little bit. Listen, we don't see a lot of guys, that many guys coming from a Krav Maga background. Talk to me a little bit about Krav Maga and the differences. You know, how about you, Jay? Neither of you guys. I got you both stumped. I can't believe it.
I didn't think Al was going to be ready for the Krav Maga question.
All right,
I don't
so
believe Krav Maga's practical use in MMA is. Listen, does it have a use Israeli Krav Maga? If you've actually seen people who really do Israeli Krav Maga, it is brutal, right? They're like, I know some people that are, you know, higher ranked in Israeli Krav Maga, and they're legit. But it's crossover into MMA isn't anything that's, you know, that's why it's Charleston Krav Maga and MMA. You know, Krav Maga is a more of a self-defense system than a fighting style. I'm gonna have Krav Maga guys now just ripping me apart, but it's cool.
Hey, listen,
Illuminati
if you're training,
grappling
at
squad.
least you're getting out in the gym and training. And
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing wrong with that at all. It's
For
better,
sure.
you know, sitting home.
But the difference is it's translation to MMA. You know
That's
what I mean?
why
Like
I'd
it's
ask,
yeah,
Jay,
yeah,
because
yeah.
You don't see a ton,
It's
like I said,
yeah.
if you look on the card tonight, you don't see anybody, that many people from the Krav Maga Academy. I'm not saying it doesn't translate.
Right, and I'm trying to think in my head of somebody who says like I'm Krav Maga, and I really can't think of anybody right now.
Well, the young man looks like he's in terrific shape.
And with that, his 2 wins are by rear naked choke, both in the first round.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, he might say that it's Krav Maga,
Yeah,
but he might have done it when he was like coming up, and then, you know, I mean, like, hey, if you
Rear
could take,
naked choke sounds like jiu-jitsu.
if you could take 1 or 2 things from it, a little unorthodox something, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, he found the neck a couple times,
You
like
ain't
Jay
kidding.
said, so
Yeah.
he's obviously working on submissions in the room.
I'm still baffled by that last decision.
Yeah, right. I hear you. Mike Ahern making his way. Animals MMA representative, 3-1, 3 wins coming by way of decision. 3-time Ring of Combat vet for the 32-year-old. Main event still to come, 185-pound title fight between A.T. McCowan and George the Silencer Sullivan. Coming up next too, we got Davey Young taking on Armando Jecha. The Albanian back in action.
Hey, and Armando is on fire. He's won 3 in a row. He's over at Law MMA full time, and he's loving the way he's feeling. And listen, he's a highlight reel.
Yeah, 2 knockouts last one, a punch, KO.
He's got spinning
knee.
attacks. He's got everything. He's fun to watch. Like I said, he's a highlight reel.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final super fight, 170-pound weight limit, 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts. The bout sponsor is Eastern Martial Arts Supply, and the referee, Vitor Ribeiro. Introducing first from the blue corner, out of Charlestown, Krav Maga MMA.
Quintez Quintez, the Wicked One, Sap 2-0 out of Charleston, Krav Maga and
Coming at you
MMA.
from the red corner out of Animals MMA, trained by Sam Margie. Wearing the black trunks, he weighed in at 175.4 pounds from Yorktown, New York. Welcome, please, Mike Action Ahern.
Mike Ahern out of Animals MMA, 3-1 in the camo. Judges just inspired everybody to finish their fights.
Yeah, dude. Like, you can't, don't dominate anybody and think you're gonna win, because
both come out, orthodox stance here. Man, he had his hands up high and then went right for the single. Nice little power half here. Gonna end up almost crucifixed. Trying to step over. Playing a game of who can get their hips higher first is what's going on here. They'll both flatten back out to a turtled position here for Ahern. Tries to transition off to a head and arm. Oh, looks, moves back to that. Yeah, he is trying to get to that Kimura on that far side there, it looks like. Good job.
Yeah, good job passing right to the mount. Oh, almost.
Nice transitions,
man,
from both
back
guys.
and forth, back up to their feet.
Wrestles right up, pressing against the cage here is Sap. They are right in front of us. Picks that ankle, sits Ahern right to his hip. Takedown initiated from Ahern, but
Right
Sap
to the
cleared.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he's
already
under the
threatening
chin.
underneath. That's it, man. That is
Oh my
tight.
God,
yeah.
that's it.
Wow, very impressive. I'm going to go talk to Mr. Sapp.
Rear naked choke
Oh,
finish.
wow.
Number 3, third rear naked choke finish in the first round. My man Sap finds his way. Whatever Krav Maga he does, it's a way to get to the back and strangle somebody. He was under, he threw that threat so quick. His wrist was to the
Under
throat
the throat
so quick.
before I could
Yeah.
even look at it. I didn't even know what was going on.
And you know what? When you throw that threat,
Nice
transition,
quick,
man,
yeah,
when both
back
their
and
hands
forth,
up,
back
it
and
allows
forth,
the
back
control
up
to
to
come
their
much
feet.
better. Wrestles right up, pressing first against round the cage rear here. naked Sap finishes there right in now front of for us. Sap. The Picks wicked that one. ankle sits Ahern Moves right to to his 3-0.
hip.
Yeah, we needed a quick one like that, Al. Right? We needed.
still
we
can't
needed
get
one,
over that
right?
last fight.
Takedown initiated from Ahern.
Right
Sap
to the
cleared.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he's
already
I don't
threatening.
even know how you could score that for the
Yeah,
other
definitely
guy.
going to watch it again. Definitely going to watch it again. Quintez Sap makes quick work of Mike Ahern here. And again, Ahern initiated that takedown. Sap did a good job of countering to get to the back and then finish.
This bout was stopped at 1 minute and 20 seconds of round 1. A tap out due to a rear naked choke. Winner coming out of the blue corner, Quintez, the Wicked One, Sap. Sap winner.
Quintez, the Wicked One, Sap. Bob Maloney going to jump in the cage, have a word with Mr. Sap.
Quintez Sap 3-0, super impressive. 3 submission victories by rear naked choke. Talk to us real quick because the fight didn't last long and that was wicked.
Well, we paid for it. We expect to fight, something hard, tough guy. And we just do what we do best, and that's show people love.
Well, listen, for us over there getting to see you for the first time, I just want to say you were super impressive and we can't wait to see you again. Quintez Sap, give it up!
It's his teammate.
Okay, congratulations from our bout sponsor, Gary from Eastern Martial Arts Supplies. Please check the sponsor booth out in the lobby for all your martial arts wear and tear and Ring of Combat shirts. Gary from Eastern Martial Arts Supplies. And there is our bout winner with his trainer, Matt Robinson. Quintez Sap.
All right, 2 more fights remain. 155-pound bout coming up next, brought to you by Authentic Heroes. 27-year-old Davey the Apex Predator Young at a Work 9 taking on Law MMA's One of our favorite Albanians, right?
All the Albanians are my favorite. I don't
Getcha?
want to slight Dennis Bazooka. I don't want to slight Lenny Rafati. I don't want to slight any of those guys. Wilson, I don't want to slight any of them.
You don't want to slight any of them. They always bring a crowd, and they always
Damn
bring
right.
an absolute war when they get in there. Man.
This is going to be a fun one. Young 2-3. Getcha 5-3 on a 3-fight win streak. Couple KOs in his last.
I guess they are choking people out over there at that Krav Maga academy.
Right? So I said, whatever Krav Maga he's learning, it's how to take the back and strangle somebody.
Absolutely. That was super impressive because Ahern is a tough dude.
And third time, too.
Wow.
Third time to do that in the first round.
I think I hope we get to see him again.
Sure we will. And ranked #1 in North Carolina, so clearly he has some, I mean, he's an up-and-comer for sure.
Absolutely.
The Apex Predator here, Davey Young.
I did it without an album. I did it for Mariah. Love, I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, feeling
Work 9, 2-3. Davey Young had a 6-0 career as an AMI, coming off a doctor stoppage win.
You ain't talking about man, then what you talking about? Gangsta moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a
Black
word.
trunks,
bad dude.
For Young. Armando Getcha, 5-3 out of Law MMA. The 30-year-old is a 6-time Ring of Combat vet on a 3-fight win streak. KO punch back in Ring of Combat 78. Knee ended it in Ring of Combat 77 for his opponent. 7th time into the Ring of Combat cage for Getcha.
And listen, with Armando, you never know what you're going to see. Like I said, he's got spinning attacks,
Yeah.
he's got knees, flying knees. He's not afraid to take chances, and he's an exciting fighter, along with being a quality fighter.
Co-main event here tonight. Title fight coming up next. A.T. McCowan and George Sullivan. But first, the Albanian and the Apex Predator have to do work. Big Ray in the corner. Red trunks for Getcha.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event from the Tropicana Hotel Casino on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Live on Airing.tv. 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts, 155-pound weight limit in the lightweight division. The bout sponsor is Authentic Heroes, and the man in charge in the middle of the ring is Casper Oliver. First, from the blue corner, out of the Worth Gym, trained by Dalico, wearing the black and white trunks, he weighs 155 pounds. From Richfield, Minnesota, welcome please, Davey Young!
Davey Young out of Work 9 in the black trunks.
Ready for battle out of the red corner. Out of Law MMA, trained by Ray Longo, wearing the red trunks, he weighed 156 pounds. From the Bronx, New York, here's Armando Wildcard Getcha!
Armando Getcha in the red. All right, here we go.
Armando to southpaw, and like I said, don't blink.
There we go, southpaw versus orthodox here. Man, Getcha just moves so well. Young moving as well, you see. Good movement here. Young with a kick to the outside to start.
Oh.
Yeah, nice combo with that overhand right.
Looping little right hand there. These guys are getting right after it.
Right. Yeah, and Jetcha's got that knee. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
Nice
knee
from
landed.
Young, right?
It looked like he was going for the kick, and
Big
Armando.
kick. Oh, nice knee. Man, does he got a mark on the left side of his body, or
Looks
right
like
side of his body
yes,
already?
He does. It sure does.
Right?
On the right side of his body.
Right here, right where where his forearm
Yeah.
is. Check it out when he comes up. He might have caught him already with a good one. Trying to pummel that arm free. Nice knee again from Young.
He might just have like a weird muscle there.
Nice takedown.
Right?
Right?
Because that did look like something.
Young looks big, man, for a lightweight. Man. He really
Nice
does.
knee again. He's placing them knees very nicely.
Oh no, that's
a red mark, right? Like he got hit there. Double overs here. Oh, man, he is piercing through. Nice answer back with the knee from Jetcha.
Exit.
Oh,
Oh, big right
straight
hand.
right.
Set it up with the left.
This Armando's been in some battles, and he's
Oh,
also
yeah.
showed
Big
big
left
Great
hand.
left answered back.
No, Armando is not
Guys
scared of
are
a battle. In
tagging
fact,
each other,
I
man.
think he embraces the battle
he
and
does.
thrives in the battle.
Yo, and even though they're one off and on these, like they're landing hard too.
Armando landed that left. It was beautiful. There was no wind up. He just shot it straight from his chin.
And these guys got good movement too. That's why the accuracy is crazy.
This is an incredible fight. The level here at the Ring Combat just keeps getting better and better. Both of these guys, you put them in the UFC and they're causing guys fits, guaranteed.
Put a ton of people in the UFC here from Ring of Combat.
Nice elbow by Young. Oh,
Man,
Armando
Jet's
with
right,
the
that
uppercut.
right from the inside.
You know,
Nice.
Speaking of that, man, I'm
Left
just
hand to
waiting
the
for,
body.
Armando's fellow Albanian and somebody who Al knows real well, Dennis Bazooka. I mean,
Nice body, nice left after.
Dennis.
He should be in the UFC. What are they doing? The guy is just super talented. He's an animal.
If he's not in the UFC by next month, Sean Shelby's getting a wedgie. We're going to get him. Swear to God.
He deserves it, Dennis. He's earned it.
I mean,
Stalking now is Jetcha. Nice uppercut again. Oh, nice knee. Oh, wow! Young with a big knee and then followed up with some strikes. Man, Jetcha looks like he might have closed for a second there.
My
right
God,
back
his
into
Jetcha
it.
has such a chin and a heart on him, man.
Oh,
Wow.
that's not looking good right
No.
there.
Back mount
but
here.
this is a position where he can get.
Yeah, he's looking for the strangle there. He's got him flattened out.
He's got to grab that top hand down.
Yeah, and he's
doing
it.
a good
He's
job
doing
of grabbing
a
the top
very
hand.
good job.
Wow.
It was like he heard
Armando.
you, Al. It was like
Oh,
he
my
heard
God.
you. Now, the fight ain't over yet. He's still in the back here,
I'll
but
tell
he's in a
you,
much better situation to defend himself.
It doesn't get much closer to a fight being finished than that.
Bro.
He was. You saw his body go kind of like stiff there.
I like that Gasper Oliver, the ref, gave him the
yeah,
moment
this is
because he
not good.
recovered immediately. Right up on the
You'd like
single.
to see
Listen,
him, and he's pushing away. I don't know. He might want to just hold on and pull him in tight. Looks like he's not trying to buck up and. Oh, look at
throws
this!
the legs in, looking for a leg of his own. Wash it up to the outside, throws it inside. Yo, but you see
gotta
what
be
happened
careful
again.
here.
When you throw that leg lock where you reap to the inside, you force their body to turn away.
He's gotta
Nice
be,
left hand.
He's got to be. His feet are still not under him.
No.
It doesn't look like he's got to take his time. Movement is key right now for Armando. I think maybe a takedown.
Right
you
side
see the
of
right
his
side
eye,
of his
yeah.
face is blown up.
It's starting to mouse up there too, and you have to think that Young is going to capitalize and
Nice
keep
straight left by Armando
targeting
right
on
there.
that. Oh yeah,
You
that
see
is
the
swelling
toughness,
up.
and this is not a spot where Armando is. I mean, he's comfortable here. He's
Oh,
been
for
in
sure.
bad positions in a lot of his fights.
Man.
Not recently though. Not recently.
All right, he's cut. He's bloodied up. They're going to get him to the corner. He walked over to the corner just fine, though.
He looks like
and
he's
it looks like
upset
it's
with
off to the
himself.
side, too, right? That cut looks like it's a little off to the side and then not bleeding down into his eye.
The cut doesn't look like it's. going to be too
Here's
much
that
of a
replay.
factor.
Oh, there was that. He just swung that elbow. Little action from the center here. That kick from Jetcha.
Can I get a t-shirt?
Now body shot again. Jetcha landed some good combos. There was a kick to the outside from Young.
Young is just sneaky, quick, and fast.
He
He's
is.
sneaky and filthy.
Opportunistic. Like when he goes for something, it's with opportunity to do more. All right, round number 2. Yeah, it's on. It's totally on the outside of his eye. He's good.
Oh man, but that's not what you want.
No, for sure. It's shutting that eye a bit too. There was that takedown.
He's got one above and then a big knot below. But he's recovered. He's able to recover there.
He's just a savage, Armando Jetcha. He is a savage.
Trying to feint with that lead kick. Still some good movement from these two. Lunging forward with that right from Young.
Oh, both of them landed on a rear hand.
He went left, right to the same spot on that eye. That eye has created a hell of a target for Young.
Armando's moving good now.
Yeah, he always does. So that's the thing with Young too, is like you overcommit to Jetcha and he starts winning the exchange, he'll put you to sleep.
But now you see Jetcha stopped moving his head for a second there and starts standing in front of him.
Bro, Young can't take his eyes off of the head of Jetcha. Like he is just zoned in on that eye and he wants to.
Oh, big swing and a miss on that up kick.
Jetcha being pushed back here by Young. Switch of the stance here as he moves to the outside. Jetcha going to eat a kick to the body. He'll switch positions here and drive in for the double.
Leg.
Young trying to maintain balance. Good job of Jetcha elevating the hips higher than the shoulders. Look at this, in on a leg again. Dude goes 50-50. Am I going to get to talk jiu-jitsu here? Inside heel is really exposed here from Jetcha. I don't know Young's, right? I don't know Young's experience from this position, but Jetcha's
hammer fists.
Jetcha's left foot is in some trouble. If he can get it to the mat, yes, now he's in a much better situation.
Now he's on the back, wow. The resilience from Armando Jetcha is just ridiculous.
And patience from here too, like not getting overzealous, like seeing if he can get a nice control here.
It's a good time to recover some too still from that first round. He's in control.
Yes, need to win a round back, you know, get some control this round, win one back. Always makes for a fun third too.
Oh, Young, he wasn't
around.
content staying there. He's right up.
Way up.
Man, waited till he got up too. Good, well timed on that.
You know, it can be deflating sometimes when you got a guy hurt in the first round so bad you think you're going to finish him and then he survives.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, man, I did everything
Seen
I
that a
could
ton,
do.
right?
I did everything
Frank
I
Yeager,
could
how many
do.
times did he do that?
He did everybody. How many times? You
Nice
think you
left
got a
there.
guy out of there and then
nice
nice
takedown, well-timed
Great
throw.
Right to the mount. Man, Armando was looking good in this round until right now.
You don't want to stay down there too long, and there you go.
Does a good job bucking up off.
Tries to bump, hips got higher, get that arm around, he'll switch position.
Nice job.
Hell of a reversal for Jetcha. Right into good position too. Got him here. Pinned. With his chest facing down, starting to throw some strikes here is Jetcha. Trying to get that left hand free so he can fire a few off. Young trying to make his way to his knees. He will. Second hook in for Jetcha. threatening with the left arm. Good job of Young, is staying based. Trying to make his way to his feet. Jecha. Lock in with control with both arms.
I'll tell you what, after that first round, it's just a testament to the heart of Jecha to be where he is right now.
He was about as close as you can get to being out.
Unbelievable
Heart,
man.
Survived, and that's a testament to all the wars he's been in the early fights, and now got with this Serra-Longo team and
conditioning, man. It's
looking
conditioning
like a beast.
too.
He's been looking like a beast for the last 3-4 fights, and he still has that dog in him.
Dude, that uppercut was a nice little walkaway there. If that would have landed. Final 10 seconds.
Wow,
We're going to see
I
a third.
can't wait for this
big
third
left
round,
hand.
man.
Armando delivering some shots back now.
Nice left to end the round.
What a fight. What a fight, both of these guys. Wow.
Woo! All right, we're going to see a third. Davey Young, Armando Jecha. Again, both have to be coming in with the idea that they have to win this round.
Finish. You got to
Right?
finish together. If you saw the last fight.
Yeah, right? You don't want to leave it up to them.
You saw it.
What's up? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Third and final here. Jecha choosing to not take the seat. I'll tell you, can I tell the eye looks a little better? Does that, right? Doesn't it? Looks better than it did the start of the last round.
I'm sure it's feeling better right now after that
Right,
round.
that eye looks more open.
The guy just freaking, he just healed in between
Right,
rounds.
he healed it between Wolverined it. Armando
Yeah,
Jecha,
this is a
Davey
big
Young.
round right here.
Oh, this is awesome, man. What a fight.
And they
Comes down.
just, right, stand right in front of each other.
You don't know. You have no idea what we are at, where we're at going into this one.
Pressing forward here to control center is Jecha. Push kick here.
Oh.
So, Al, in a situation like this, are you trying to score or are you trying to hurt?
Ooh.
You know, are you trying to make more touches or make more with power?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I
think
guess
that answers your
I guess
question.
there's that answer.
Jay talked him right into that body
Kick it
kick.
as hard as you can.
Yeah, I
Dude,
mean,
and he landed
if
two
you're,
nice
if
straights
you're
at that.
Armando right now, you're trying to finish. I think if you're Armando, you're just working on instinct. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You're just that whatever happened in that first round.
Oh!
He calls him on.
I think he's out. He's out. Yeah, that is it. Armando Jecha. Armando Jecha, your winner. Yeah, it looked like he was like trying to stop it. Armando Jecha came out to finish in that round.
He still can't stand up straight, so I mean.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty good stoppage to me.
Yeah, there was separation there for a second. It looked like he was dazed
Talk
a bit,
about
right?
a comeback fight.
Right.
That was incredible. The guy was almost out in the first round.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been closer to being out. Comes back, lands that kick. I mean, obviously Young's upset. He's walking past this right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
But hey, I'll tell you what, ain't taking nothing away from Armando Jecha. The
Wow.
30-year-old going to move to 6-3, 4-fight win streak here. Another stoppage.
That was a brutal head
Right?
kick.
Brutal. Armando Jecha for the Albanians. What a fight. All right, they'll bring him out for the official announcement here, and then our own Bob Maloney get to have a word with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this battle was stopped at 1 minute and 9 seconds of the third round winner by TKO, arrest stoppage, doing the kicks. He came out of the right corner,
Armando Jetcha, your winner by stoppage.
Armando, let me tell you something. It's a privilege to be in here talking to you right now after that performance. What a heart you showed in that first round. In that first round, you obviously got hurt, but you came back and showed so much heart. What a performance, man. Talk about it. Amazing.
Thank you, sir. Let me say, that guy's hit hard. I know he was going to come in and scrap, but he was hard. He surprised me in the first round. And then, when I came back, Ray told me to just turn it up. Because I know I'm ready for next level.
Listen, nobody can ever question your heart or your chin. That was an incredible performance. 4 wins in a row. What's next for you? Do you think maybe a belt is in the future, belt championship fight, possibly?
Whatever God has in plans for me, I'm here to move 1 inch at a time forward. I got 1 shot and I'm not missing.
Well, as a fan, let me say thank you. Amazing performance.
Booyah, Sheepet!
Armando Jetcha, trained by Ray Longo out of Law MMA, our bout winner. Congratulations from our bout sponsor, Chris Giordano, Authentic Heroes, featuring replicas of famous original merchandise. Check their website, AuthenticHeroes.com. Our bout winner, Armando Wildcard Jetcha. Fighters are getting ready for our main event for the Ring of Combat Middleweight Championship.
Maybe I didn't want to do that. Yeah, maybe that was in his head.
Hey, listen, 4 wins in a row. I think Armando has earned the title shot, in my opinion.
And even his losses were all hard-fought wars where it was like that's the guy you want to watch fight. That's the guy I'm paying money to watch on pay-per-view, where he's going out there. You saw him in the first round. He went after it from the first 10 seconds.
Bro almost got knocked out. Right? That.
I want to watch him fight. I'll watch him any day of the week.
That's why it said he's a highlight reel. He really is.
He really is.
Win or lose, but lately he's been winning. 4
And
in a row.
stoppages.
And stoppages. That's the guy you want to. That's the guy right there.
Like you said, he's worth the price of admission.
That's it. I got my money. Right, Donnie? Oh, man.
Don't forget, we have Dead Serious 47 coming up March 25th at the Showboat. He got one. He got one. Al's wanted a T-shirt this entire night. He got it.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh.
Did she write her phone number on there for you, Al?
I did. Jay, go on.
Main event time, guys. Then there was one. A.T. McCowan, George the Silencer Sullivan. He's claiming this is the last one, right?
That's what he says.
Do we believe him? Do we believe him? This is going to be a good one, though. 5-3 for McCowan. What a cool opportunity for McCowan, right?
Well, listen, George Sullivan, he's a pillar in the community, right? He has his academy. He also he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He has several other businesses. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is his last fight because he has so much going on. And one thing I love about George is always encouraging other fighters to not just pigeonhole yourself into fighting.
He does.
He's
You're
telling
right,
these young guys, get out there, do other things. And like I said, George has started several other businesses, and he's been a terrific entrepreneur, and he's a great example for these fighters. And you know what? He's still going to train guys. He's still going to have his academy. He's going to remain involved. And like I said, he's a lifetime, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Review of our main event, I turn your attention to our video screen.
I was hoping this would be the bit.
Here we go.
I think we're.
How you doing, guys? My name is A.T. McCowan, fighting out of 302 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Wilmington, Delaware. It will mean a lot for me to win this Ring of Combat title. I just fought for it pretty recently, came up just a little bit short, but this time I plan on going in there, taking it away from the judges and winning by knockout.
Hi, my name is George the Silencer Sullivan. I'm fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey, representing Sullivan Kickboxing Academy. I'm fighting tonight for the 185 title for Ring of Combat. I started my career here, and I'm going to end my career here tonight with a finish. So I'm looking forward to going out there and giving everything I got.
Uh-oh, something's going on. Oh, there we go.
That's if that ain't A.T. McCowan music, I don't know what is.
All right, A.T. McCowan.
A.T. McCowan, Albert McCowan, out of 302 BJJ, 5-3 record, coming off a split decision loss back in Ring of Combat 77, four-time Ring of Combat veteran for the 32-year-old. This title fight brought to you by Gold Coast Funding.
And I think A.T. leads all fighters in the regional area in smiles. My man is always happy. Look how happy he is. He loves the fighting lifestyle. And look at my man. My man is happy. He enjoys fighting, he said.
Yeah, he does.
Really
You can tell in the cage, you can tell he's enjoying it. A.T. McCowan.
Earl Trouble Small in his corner. Tim, South Jersey Strangler Williams in his corner. He's got some good training partners over there at 302.
Five and 3 record for McCowan, trying to move to 6-3 and put a strap around his waist. Black trunks for McCowan. All right, here he comes. The silencer, George Sullivan, 18-8 record, 41-year-old out of Sullivan Kickboxing. 7-time Ring of Combat veteran, 7-time UFC veteran. Last win in Ring of Combat came at a unanimous decision way back in Ring of Combat 68. Hasn't fought since 2019. Former Ring of Combat champ, former CFFC champ. Guy's held some. He's an OG in this area for fighting. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt, he's a regional Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. And like I said, even if this is his final fight, he can still contribute into the community, to the MMA community, without a doubt.
Strap on the line here. Sullivan and the black trunks as well. Black trunks, red tape for Sullivan, blue tape and black trunks for McCowan. Crowd is on their feet for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, in association with our bout sponsor, Gold Coast Funding, former World Kickboxing Champion Lou Neglia, and Dead Series Promotions proudly present our main event for the Ring of Combat Vacant Middleweight Regional Championship. 185-pound weight limit from the Tropicana Hotel Casino on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts. Extension round if necessary. The sanctioning body is the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Board Chairman Tony Orlando. Board members Stephen Katz and Gene Mulroy. Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr. Counsel Dick Lembo in attendance. The assigned judges are John Billick, Dottie Caroline, and Bermuda Holland Denito. Controlling the action in the middle of the ring, the referee, Vitor Ribeiro. And now, for all of our MMA fans at the Tropicana and our viewing audience on Airy.tv, for our main event, the Ring of Combat Middleweight Championship, let the fight begin! Introducing first from the blue corner, out of 302 BJJ, trained by Larry Edwards. Wearing the black and white trunks, he weighed in at 185.8 pounds. From Middletown, Delaware, there is A.T. McCowan!
Yeah, I just feel like these guys are gonna like throw down.
And ready for battle out of the red corner. From Sullivan Kickboxing and the Rhino Fight Team. Wearing the black trunks, he weighed in at 186 pounds. From Toms River, New Jersey, there is George, the Silencer Sullivan!
George the Silencer Sullivan. Sullivan Kickboxing. Black trunks, red tape for Sullivan. Black trunks, blue tape for McCowan. Strap on the line. Cage doors are locked, guys.
We got a crowd here, this main event. Everybody's going crazy.
Hell yeah, baby. ROC 79. Here we go, boys.
Man.
Already low on the right. Already shooting
goes
low
right
on the punch
down to the
McCowan.
punch to the leg. I love it. He's a funny guy, you know?
He enjoys this, man. He
does,
enjoys fighting.
does. And again, that punch to the oh, look at him. He's just 3 punches to the leg.
You see
I've
George
never
wants
seen
to
anything.
throw that lead kick, right? When he
big
goes
right
down
hook.
for the leg. I feel like George is
again.
already trying to time that leg coming up.
Nice kick from George there.
Yeah.
He pointed down low, landed jab to the body, jab to the leg. This guy is a freaking riot, man.
Man, he's just putting his head really low. Oh, look at this. Charges into the cage.
Takedown.
Sullivan with the overhook, trying to
McCowan.
elevate here is McCowan.
We haven't seen this early in fights from AT. He's usually content to stand and strike, but, maybe, his game plan is to go for the early takedown.
These knees are
Big
landing,
knees,
right? They're landing.
That hurt me from here. That doesn't feel good. Looking at it.
Gets around to a body lock here. Sullivan thrown to his knees. Immediately trying to get back up.
Still got that overhook, which saved him there.
See him trying to force that right arm under. I'd like to see that and him circled off the cage here. Keeps touching here. Is Sullivan as McCowan tries to elevate that leg and finish this takedown. Sullivan, nice knee as he changes positions here. Now looking to get the takedown on his own here. Trying.
Sullivan almost had those hands locked. He's got a strong grip on it. McCowan gets that underhook and throws him right off.
He's got a nice base AT.
He really does. Hands weren't connected. It's going to be tough.
Scooping that leg out.
McCowan body locked, head in front here. Sullivan trying to force that left arm in front. Turn it into an overhook here. Frame circles off, immediately looks to answer back on the takedown. He's gonna have to connect them hands.
Yeah, he just had
Oh, I say that, no he doesn't. Drags him right off the cage.
That crowd's going nuts with Sullivan right now.
Yeah, this was big for Sullivan.
Half guard, first half guard action we've seen tonight, Jay.
Yes, finally, right? A lot of stand-up tonight, a lot of stand-up. Half guarded off here. Trying to posture, McCowan trying to use the position to come up. Sullivan pressing forward with some strikes here. McCowan, some touches from the bottom. I would rather see McCowan try to get up, right, than try to throw strikes here. Sullivan postures, lands a few. Again, McCowan is touching from bottom here. There's hammer fists to the ear. Over the top here from Sullivan.
He's so funny, man. From the bottom, he's landing shots.
Those little hammer fists.
Big
yeah, that was
punches.
nice shots there from Sullivan.
He's giving up the back.
Tries to pull him through. Still the turtle here. Hook in for Sullivan. Little high. Yeah, McCowan gonna able to square himself back off. Nice knee off the cage for Sullivan. A lot of action here for this first 5 minutes, too.
George looks good. He doesn't look like he's a 41-year-old, to be honest with you.
No.
He does not. He's looking good out there.
They'll separate. Immediately looking off on the jab from both gentlemen. Sullivan able to touch him a few times, answered back. Dude, McCowan touches, throws that shot to nice overhand right. Nice left. Switches it up.
Right hand.
Holding center here is McCowan. Nice right.
Well, who landed what? Because both
Yeah.
guys landed. Looks like Sullivan got hurt off that exchange.
Overhooked here, pressed up against the cage is Sullivan. Nice knee again. Flex that leg. Let's see if McCowan can put him to the mat before time expires. All right, we're going to see a round two.
Very competitive round.
McCowan, Sullivan.
And Jay, listen, if you want to do the judging, I'll let you do that, Jay. I'm just going to sit back with Al and we'll figure it out from there.
So listen, George got the takedown. Got the takedown, had top position. As far as the striking goes, for sure, I feel like McCowan probably landed the more the better of him. But I think that takedown has to weigh for a bit more. A close round, but I feel like I would just give that to Sullivan. Although also know that I've been wrong on every single thing I've called tonight too. So
No, you've been right. Someone else
there
has
he
been
is
wrong.
from the top.
You've been right. You've been right. Someone else has been wrong.
Right? So here's the thing too, though. You were saying this, Al. Even though he was on the bottom, I don't know if they're tracking shots, but McCowan touched him a lot from bottom.
No, he's funny,
right?
dude. He's a funny guy. Like you don't see that, and that happen, and you don't see people try that, you know. And not only was he trying it, but he was landing shots.
Yeah.
He's just like a funny guy, you know what I mean? But a dangerous guy.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. This might be the first time I haven't seen him smile start around.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Big
He
overhand.
He's looking for the land of
He's
power
looking for that.
punch.
Oh, yeah, he
moving
is.
that head in close. Sullivan with the kick. Oh.
Yeah, AT looks like he's going to throw it a little more power this round.
Yeah, he's going after him.
What do you think the corner said? You think they said hit him harder?
Yeah, they definitely said go after him.
They told him keep punching him in the leg.
Push him forward. The leg punch is doing good. Look, he's.
To be honest, I've never really seen that before.
I mean, I've seen guys do it,
John
but not
Jones
to that.
did it. Yeah, not to that extent. But Jones did it a lot.
Oh!
Nice. Man, just stalked forward. Did Sullivan, landed a bunch.
Into the level change.
Right.
Very nice
takedown
by
again.
George.
Look at this, turning it off to an omoplata. No, K
Oh,
guarding
switch
off
up
to the
the
leg.
leg.
Dude, the leg attacks tonight is after
Bring
my
that
heart.
bring that right leg over the top.
Also, too, terrible position. Terrible if you don't gain the position because you end up where you're at right now,
you're
cross-sided
right
with
here.
Sullivan.
This is not good, and Sullivan's putting his knees on him right to the
All
mount.
right.
Oh, my God.
Much more dangerous position here for McCowan.
Yeah, you don't want to be here.
Let's see if he can kind of stifle this by, breaking posture. What he doesn't want is Sullivan to posture to be able to throw downward strikes. Strikes where his arm is
big
over his shoulder.
punches.
Tries to fall back in. He did this
just
last time
didn't
too. He
put the
falls
hooks
back.
in. Yeah, without the hooks
falls
in.
back too quick. You got to focus on the upper half of the body first.
As he's rolling over, there's a point where you can get your hooks in, and it seems like he misses it every time.
Yeah, he needs to use the upper body to pull it back. And as I say that, he's just throwing hard strikes to the
shots.
head.
Ah,
There's those hammers.
this place is going nuts.
Again,
This place
finding
is
his way
going nuts
underneath.
right him.
This is that 18-8
Uh-oh.
experience. Look at his standing strangle here.
He's got no hooks in.
No need, though. He really doesn't need the hooks. As long as his hips are between the knees, he's good.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
AT's got to move. He's got to get out of there. Sullivan's going to finish this fight.
Now a little better timed on that roll down, belly down
Oh,
here.
belly down.
Oh, wow. Nice. Dude, and McCowan never stopping,
Yeah,
right?
he
Right
keeps
back
getting
up to the
back up.
knees.
But you'd like to see him
Wow.
kick the leg out and around. This is bad.
It's getting close
this
here.
This is not good. AT's got to do something. He's looking up at the ref.
Flattened out here.
You got to give up your. You got to go to your
Yeah,
back.
he's
There you
giving
go.
up mount.
And now he's got the arm trap.
Nice
Oh.
shots here from Sullivan. Eating the lefts.
Oh my God, his face. That hurts me looking at it.
And McCowan, what's he doing? Rolling back and forth, rolling back. Just
That's
before
what
it's
you
ready
gotta
to
do.
get stopped, he rolls the other
Yeah,
direction.
and here we go. Now you're in a better position where he
No
was.
quit in him, man. No quit. Let's see. Getting a little high on the back here. It's going to allow McCowan. Tried to come up to his feet momentarily. Sullivan able to stifle that, keep his hips higher. Driving his hips back over top, rear mounted again.
And McCowan
hooks
goes
in again,
back
better
up.
position here.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I would
This
live
is
here, man. I
bad.
would put a hand on the back of his neck,
think
press him down, and just start throwing rights.
AT is just hanging on right now.
Yeah, he's hanging on to that glove. Make sure it don't get free. It gets free. You know Sullivan's going to start firing it. There it is. McCowan sits up, sits back. Throwing the threat again is Sullivan.
Oh man, how much
Back to
time is
mount.
left in this round? It seems like forever for McCowan on the bottom. Oh, again. And,
Hammer fists.
Oh, I thought the ref was stopping it. He pulled his hands off the cage.
This is that posture we were talking about, too.
Oh.
These strikes.
Sullivan.
Good job of Sullivan
Yeah.
of maintaining this control,
Stays
too.
on top as much as he moves.
See if he moves back to mount again. Sullivan desperately trying to put him away here. He's trying to keep him flat so he can keep with the strikes. McCowan goes back to belly down. Falls back again. Final 10 seconds of round 2.
And it looks like McCowan is going to weather the storm and possibly get to the 3rd round.
He played this just going mount back, mount back, mount back, just to keep himself from being finished. Hell of a round for the silencer.
And McCowan, he looks like he's a little beat up over there. He's going to have to find himself some energy for this 3rd round. Very impressive 2nd round from George the Silencer Sullivan.
He's got to feel good going into the 3rd, does George, but I got to think he's going to be trying to get this now to the ground as quickly as possible, because I got to imagine McCowan is going to be headhunting. I got to imagine McCowan is going to be trying to put him out.
This fight, this has been incredible. Uh-oh. McCowan looked like he was having a little trouble on the stool over there.
Final round for the Ring of Combat.
Last round of the night.
All right,
Let's
here
go.
we go. Sullivan.
Here we go. Ring of Combat
McCowan.
79. Bob Maloney along with Jay Regabuto and Raging Al Quinta. The main event has been, it's been a crazy night. We've had so much great action, and here we go. The belt is on the line. It's 3rd round, and George the Silencer Sullivan has got to be feeling good.
There we go. Orthodox stance matching from both opponents. Lead jab to start from Sullivan. This is like Rocky and Apollo too, right?
This is
the last where they're just standing and just throwing what they got.
McCowan's tired. Those
Right.
punches are not coming out the way they did in the 1st round. And Sullivan.
Both of them keeping their
winding
hands
up.
down
Yeah, big jab lands for Sullivan. Oh, McCowan's just coming
pushing
forward. He's just throwing. He's just rumbling forward.
This is what Sullivan
Oh,
wanted.
McCowan's
Trying to double off here. McCowan able to get both arms under.
Sullivan's got to get off this cage right now.
Trying to go knee to the thigh here. Pulls that arm across. Doubled off here. He was able to pull him off the cage without locked hands last time. Driving in. Let's see if he tries to sweep those legs out from under him.
He could switch off to that single leg, I think, would be a little.
There it
Oh,
is.
he
Drags
shoots
him
it
off.
out.
Right to mount.
This is not good for McCowan. This is not where he wants to be. Beginning of the round, in the mount.
And you know, man, you know Sullivan wants a finish, right? You know he wants to finish him. Easier said than done. Trying to pin. Looks like he might be trying to go for a triangle. I feel like he's trying to pin that arm, either to bring a knee over top or to try a triangle from there. McCowan able to half guard here. But again, he's going to have to make his way up. Exactly. Come up to the elbow, come up to the knee. He has to get up and move across the body here. Staying underneath Sullivan is just going to get more and more exhausting. And again, this is that moving his hips forward, moving his head forward, like not just staying in a position that's laxed, like physically forcing your head and hips over their head and hips. Really flattens that out, and you see McCowan trying to address that by getting his shoulder up, his back off the mat. Sullivan just driving forward, comes up to the knees.
McCowan's coming back.
He's got the single. Sullivan trying to put the switch on. Throws that left arm in. He's ready to hit this switch. McCowan pulls the ankle away. Beautiful job countering that.
Hold on. AD has to do more than just hold on. He's definitely behind on the scorecards. He's got to find something here and something quick.
We don't know that for a fact.
Yeah,
I checked your scorecard, Jay. I peeked on your scorecard. That's why I was alluding to that.
Chasing for the takedown here. Back to center.
Oh,
wow.
big right hand. And
just
push
threw
him
as
back.
hard as he could. Pressing forward here is Sullivan, front kick.
And
Keeps
George
that
is
weight
a
on
veteran.
him.
He knows to close the
yeah.
distance right now. You don't want to be in that position where one punch can catch you.
And how to close the distance. Like, did you see how he just leaned that chest forward onto him and allowed that to not have to be strikes to put it to the cage, but allowed it to be body weight to put it to the cage?
Just a veteran move right
Yeah.
there.
100% veteran.
Leaning hard here, really trying to finish this. The hands are locked, elevated and dumped right to mount again. He's trying to pin that arm over top with the hammer strikes here. Picks that right knee up. I keep feeling like he's trying to pin that arm. Still pounding here from the mount position. Reverses it off as he goes belly down. Trying to get underneath the neck here as he drags McCowan back. Staying heavy here. Trying to drag him backwards. He will again. I mean, that's 3 times he's put him to the mat in this round, right?
Oh, big punches to finish this fight off right here.
Right, hammer fisting from the cross side position. Final 10 seconds. The silencer, George Sullivan, gonna end this fight on top.
The people are going crazy in here.
Let's find out what the
That's it.
judges
People are
say.
going crazy in here.
I feel like they're gonna get this one right. George the Silencer Sullivan out of Sullivan Kickboxing. A.T. McCowan out of 302 BJJ. Tough last 2 rounds for McCowan. Hell of a fight here. George Sullivan definitely left it all in there. Ending that 3rd round with quite a few takedowns. But inevitably, they take it to the judges' score. Here's a little bit of the final round here. They play back to the middle, big overhand right. Big overhand right that almost landed from McCowan. That was Sullivan pressing forward. This is what we were talking about, just using his body weight to press forward and put him on the cage. And then finish strong here with one more drag back takedown. There it was, dumped him right down, right to mount again. Very strong final 2 rounds for Sullivan. £185 strap on the line. What do you think, Al?
I think he got it.
Right?
I think he got it.
He's got to have it, right?
But
you never know.
I don't know. After Big Nong's freaking that blunder. I mean, I feel so bad for that kid.
I really do.
They can't do the same to George Sullivan on his way out. Come on, guys.
All right, here it is, the official decision.
A.T. McCowan, George Sullivan, what a battle. We go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the same winner. We have a unanimous decision. The new Ring of Combat middleweight champion came out of the red corner, George the Silencer Sullivan.
And
new champion.
George Silencer Sullivan out of Sullivan Kickboxing, gonna move to 19-8 at 185-pound strap. As he, I believe, is gonna step away from fighting tonight. I guess we'll see Bob Maloney in there to talk to the champ. What a night. Some great stand-up tonight. Great stand-up. All right, let's kick it into the cage. Here with Bob.
All right,
what George had to say.
Ring of Combat
Middleweight champ, and George, I seen you talking to your opponent afterwards. That's just the kind of person you've been. You have contributed so much to this community, and I know you will continue to do that. But before we talk about that, let's talk about your fight. It was a great job, great performance. You showed so much heart. Let's talk about that.
First off, couldn't do this without Christian Coronado and Coronado's Cuisine. It was his idea to get my fat ass in shape. I love you, bro. God bless you and your family. My teammates, Dan Fisher, Rob Garino, Stephen Phillips, Frank Ursino changed my life with new striking. AT wanted to wrestle, so that was kind of not the game plan, but with the support and the friends and family, Mike Burke, the Institute, Garden State Jiu-Jitsu, they all went out of their way to set up classes for me to train. I can't thank them enough. My wife, Christine, I'm pregnant with my son. My mom, my family, my fucking team, let's fucking go!
Well, George, you have been a pillar in the community. You're a Hall of Famer in my eyes, and I thank you for the whole community for everything.
Lou Negula, Frankie Perez, all you fighters who were unchosen, they're the fucking up-and-coming guys. Go with them. They've been around forever. They show you love. Fuck everybody else. Let's go.
George, the Silencer, Sullivan!
What a night, Al.
Dude, that was incredible.
Right? Ring of
What a
Combat.
great night, as always.
79, Jay Rigglemeter here with Raging Al, Aya Quinta, Bob Maloney. Fun night. We will be back for Ring of Combat 80. Before you know it, Dead Series 47, March 25th at Jobo. Appreciate you guys being here. Big congrats to George Sullivan on his way.
I'm from Georgia, man.
Hey, Kama Joba.
I want you to... That's all the videos.